Welcome to another live episode of the Wisco Fanatics Show, where we discuss the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, Badgers football, and basketball from an optimistic perspective. Wisco Fanatics is brought to you by Cardboard Legacy, Wisconsin's most complete sports card shop. Buy, sell, grade, and consign all at their location in Oshkosh.
Hello, welcome back to our final free pregame show that we are doing for our watch parties for Wisconsin sports on the Wisco Fanatics page. As you can see, scrolling across the bottom, subscribe to us on Patreon. This is what our Patreon content is going to consist of. It's going to be these pregame watch shows, which we have designed ourselves, and then we're going to watch the game together. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's $5 a month, two games per month. And the people who are subscribed to us on Patreon, they get to pick which games that we go live for. So currently for April, for the few people that have subscribed already, the options are $2 playoff games, and then there is a choice of a whole bunch of Brewers games. And all summer long, it's going to be Brewers games until we get into August. Maybe we can work in some preseason football if people really want to get hardcore and watch a preseason football game with us. Other than that, we'll be into Badgers and Packers season. But we have a really awesome pregame show. We did one in March for a Bucks Thunder game, for a basketball game. So we are giving out a free Brewers game, so you can get a taste of what our Brewers pregame is going to consist of. And Jake and I are pretty excited. We have some what we think is some pretty good stuff. And we're going to dive into it. So without any further ado, I'm going to let Jake dive into his first topic, which is scoring for the Padres.
Welcome, everybody. How we doing? So 3 keys. I'm going to give you guys 3 keys on how to attack the Padres. So the first thing is the Padres like to really swing on first pitches. They have 8 players that swing at least 30% of the time. They have 3 players that are above 40% of the time swinging on the first pitch. So Wade Miley is a guy that likes to paint the corners. He's a control guy, kind of a throwback old school that way. He's going to have to paint the corners and have control because there's guys coming up there, Tatis Jr., Luis Capuano, and Graham Pauley. Those guys are all over 40%. And then you have a bunch of guys littered over 30%, Manny Machado in there as well. Those guys can absolutely rake. The Padres are not a slouch offensively. Number 2, we got to keep the ball low. The Padres have more than 6 guys who have hard hit balls versus lefties at a very high percentage. That's over 33%. They have 2 players that are over 33%. Machado and Xander Bogaerts, those guys absolutely rake versus lefties. Machado is just a good hitter. As much as we don't
can rake like him, anybody.
He hits. And, again, going back to Manny Machado, he's really going to be my X factor. If I was going to give you guys an X factor, the third one is we have to contain him. Really, if you look at the strike zone, there's 13 zones, right? The 9 inside the actual strike zone and then the 4 right outside of the strike zone. And he is over a 300 hitter in 8 of the 13 zones versus lefties this year so far. So he's absolutely killing left-handed hitting. So Wade Miley's going to have his work cut out for him and be very controlled. Hopefully there's no ducks in the pond when Machado comes up to bat.
Sounds good. So I wanted to give the injury report really quick. On Sunday, the Brewers moved Garrett Mitchell to the 60-day injured list. This doesn't change anything for Garrett Mitchell. This gets retroactive to March, so he is still eligible to come back off the injury list on May 24th. The Brewers are currently targeting June 1st for him, so the 60-day injured list isn't 60 days from Sunday. It's 60 days from when he was first put on the injured list, so this doesn't change anything for Garrett Mitchell's timeline. Now with Christian Yelich was put on the 10-day injured list today. That is retroactive to April 13th, which means Christian Yelich will be able to come back on April 23rd, which is next Tuesday. Other than that, nothing else has really changed on the Brewers injury front, and the Padres, good for them, which is how we would want it for every team. They are relatively injury-free. Manny Machado had some off-season surgery, but he has recovered from that, obviously, during spring training, and now is playing games in Major League Baseball. So, that said, back to Jake.
So now I'm going to give you 3 keys on how the Brewers are going to be able to attack Cease, the starting pitcher. He's a former White Sox coming over to the Padres this year. Cease is a guy that likes to stay low and inside on righties and low and outside on lefties. So the Brewers will have to be very, very disciplined. He's a ground ball guy. He already has 67 ground balls from those two specific spots in the strike zone. It's just outside the strike zone. He's very good at locating his fastball and his slider. So the Brewers are going to have an opposite field approach, which leads me to my second key. Continue the approach that you have. The Brewers are doing a fantastic job with their discipline at the plate. They're not swinging at garbage, for the most part. I mean, sometimes you get tricked. It happens. But they're going to have to continue their opposite field approach, which they've been doing a beautiful job of, really ever since Sal Frelick came up last year. I mean, Yelich was doing very good, but Sal Frelick came up and he showed just tremendous plate discipline, and that kind of leaked through the entire team. And now coming into this year, everybody has a great approach, including a guy named Bryce Terang, who everybody was trying to write off at the beginning of the year. My last one is there's only 2 current Brewers that are on the roster that have a hit versus Cease. Adames is 1 for 4 with 1 walk and 2 Ks. Frelick is 1 for 3 with 1 K. If you look at the other players that have at-bats, and now Owen Miller got added today in replace of an injured Yelich, so I didn't add his stats on here because I didn't see before I wrote my numbers down. But Contreras 0 for 3, 2 Ks. Bowers is 0 for 8 with 4 Ks. Gary Sanchez is 0 for 4 with 1 K. And Terang is 0 for 3 with 1 K, combining them for 0 for 18 and 8 Ks. Obviously, they don't see Cease very often because he was in the AL and most of these guys were in the NL. So there you have it, a small sample size. But hopefully the Brewers are ready. They have some tape on him, and they take their tremendous approach that they've had so far this year, and they put it to work against them today at American Family Field.
So I wanted to look and see if I could find Oliver Dunn. Or not Oliver Dunn. Owen Miller against Dylan Cease.
He's 3 for 8.
Oh, okay. You did have it. I thought you said you didn't have it.
I remembered it. I didn't write it down.
Well, look at you.
I don't remember the Ks and the walks. I know he has 1 or 2 walks as well.
Gotcha. All right. So I wanted to go through Dylan Cease more specifically as opposed to a little more broad. So I'm looking at Dylan Cease specifically. He's got a 2.16 ERA to start the season. He has given up 2+ runs in each of his first 3 starts. But the third game, which was his last appearance, 2 of those runs were unearned. Through this season, he has a .84 whip, which is very low. He is primarily a fastball slider pitcher. So he uses his fastball 46% of the time and a slider 40% of the time. He does have a knuckle curve that he uses about 10% of the time. So he's primarily a fastball slider combo with the knuckle curve mixed in. He does have a sweeper and a changeup, but he uses those both less than 2% of the time. So looking at, Jake mentioned his, what's up, Barry? Welcome back. Jake mentioned his acumen for ground balls. He's actually getting 37.5% fly balls this season as well. So he's really just similar to Wade Miley. He's pitching to contact is what Dylan Cease is doing so far this season. Looking at his average exit velocity versus his pitches, his average exit velocity versus fastball is 94.3 versus his slider is 88.7 and versus his knuckle curve is 97.8. His slider is his strikeout pitch, so look for any Brewers to get into a 2-strike count. They're going to be looking for the slider. So his slider is his primary put-away pitch. He uses it 32% of the time in a put-away situation and has a 48.3% whiff percentage against his slider.
Oof.
Yeah, so he's absolutely going to be relying on that slider when he's got a chance to put guys away.
Yeah.
He does mostly throw it down to right-handed hitters, in versus left-handed hitters. His fastball, it is beatable if he keeps it in the upper third of the zone, and he uses it to set up his slider. So I'm going to let Jake give his next segment here on the Padres stat leaders, and I am going to be right back.
So I wrote down a lot of stats here. I wrote down batting average, home run, RBI, runs, hits, OPS, stolen bases, and on-base percentage. I really wanted to give you guys a really good look at how the Padres leaders are, who their go-to guys are early in the season. At first, they have 3 guys hitting over 300 on this team. Jose Azocar, Jackson Merrill, obviously we saw him yesterday. He had a good game against the Brewers. And Jackson Profar. Jackson Profar is hitting 321. Jackson Merrill is hitting 333. And Jose Azocar is hitting 364. As for home runs, the leader is Jose Tatis. No surprise there. The guy's got unlimited power. He leads the team with 5. Machado has 4, and Jake Cronenworth has 3 home runs to be third place on the Padres. The leaders for RBIs, Cronenworth with 14, Profar has 13, and Tatis has 12. So if you're seeing this is the meat of the order. Jake Cronenworth is an absolute underrated stud, but hitting with guys like Tatis and Manny Machado, no surprise that you're going to be pretty good. Leader in runs, Machado has 14, Tatis has 13, Bogarts and Jackson Merrill have 12. Leaders for hits, Tatis has 20, Profar, Machado, and Merrill are all tied for second with 18 on the team. In terms of OPS, Profar is at 960, that's number 23 in MLB. Tatis Jr. is at 900, that's number 34. Jackson Merrill is at 845, that's number 58 in MLB. Stolen bases, Kim has 4, Wade has 3, and Tatis and Merrill are tied at 2. Now for on-base percentage, these are the guys that are really going to be, that we're going to have to watch out for. Jose Azocar is at 462. Profar is at 424. Merrill is at 419. Tatis is at 364, and Jake Cronenworth is at 338. So those are the guys that get on base and do the damage. So we got to watch out for them. And obviously Wade Miley's a veteran, so he's going to know how to handle them.
So I wanted to throw one more thing out on Dylan Cease with his high fastball, low slider combination. I looked at which Brewers were the most successful versus those pitches. So I looked at guys' batting average versus those specific pitchers, or versus those specific pitches, sorry. So looking at Sal Frelick, he's batting 371 versus fastballs. William Contreras is batting 438 against fastballs.
Oh.
Blake Perkins, who I'm going to talk about in a minute, is batting 571 versus fastballs and 333 versus sliders. Willie Adames is batting 294 versus fastballs and 500 versus sliders. Rhys Hoskins is batting 273 versus fastballs. Bryce Terang is batting 444 versus fastballs and 500 versus sliders in a small sample size. Mm-hmm. And Jackson Chourio, oddly, does not have a hit against fastballs so far this season. He's 0 for 10, but he is batting 417 against sliders.
He mashes off-speed pitches.
He is. He really is. So I want to give Blake Perkins a little bit of love here. Blake Perkins is batting 367, has a 441 on-base percentage, has a 567 slug for a 1,008 OPS. He is giving the Brewers the luxury of being able to be overly cautious with Christian Yelich because of how well he is playing. So far this season, he has 2 home runs and 34 plate appearances. In 2023, he had 4 home runs and 168 plate appearances. So he's on pace to demolish his home run total from 2023. And overall, a lot of his stats are pretty similar. But the biggest change in his approach from 2023 to 2024 so far is his first swing pitch percentage is up 11.7%.
Ooh.
So Blake Perkins, if he's liking the first pitch that he sees, he's swinging at it. And it's paying dividends for him so far early in 2024. And like I said, his play is giving the Brewers the luxury of being able to be overly cautious with Christian Yelich. Another guy who's factoring into this as well, Sal Frelick. I just mentioned he's batting very well versus fastballs. He is struggling versus breaking pitches. But in 2024, his sprint speed is in the 95th percentile in Major League Baseball. Sal Frelick is flying. Then with his batting, he's got a 35% line drive percentage this season. He's getting on top of the ball a lot, but that's going to be his game. Sal Frelick is not going to be a guy that gets under the ball and drives the ball for power. That's not Sal Frelick's game. Sal Frelick's game is to put the ball in play, get on base, and run. So with Sal Frelick, his plate discipline is what's going to help him. Batting for contact, Sal's whiff percentage is 15.8%. That is very low. Puts him in the 90th percentile in Major League Baseball. Also with Sal Frelick, he is on a 4-game hitting streak, so looking to see if Sal can extend that tonight. And over his last 8 games, he is 13 for 34. That's a 382 batting average. He's driven in 5 runs and scored 7 himself.
I like that. I like that.
The last individual that I want to talk before I let Jake give the broad team outlook, before I also give some as well, is William Contreras. William Contreras is absolutely mashing the ball. Pat Murphy said that he was an MVP candidate at the beginning of the year, and so far he looks like it. His his hard hit percentage in 2024 is 67.4%. That is absurd. Yeah. 2/3 of the balls that he's making contact are registering over 95 miles an hour exit velocity. That puts him in the 99th percentile. Not shocking. So looking at his average exit velocity, it is 96.9 miles an hour. Average. That's his average is 97 miles an hour off the bat. That puts him in the 99th percentile. Looking at his barrels, his barrel rate also puts him in the 93rd percentile. His barrel percentage is almost up 7% from 2023. So looking at what could potentially be contributing to this for William Contreras, his zone swing percentage, so swinging at pitches in the zone, is up over 11% from 2022 and 2023. His chase percentage is down 3% from 2023. His swinging at first pitch, similar to Blake Perkins, is up 12% from 2023. And looking at his hit streak that he's got going, I believe he's on 10, looking for 11, or is he on 11, looking for 12?
I think he's on 10.
Right, he's at 11. Yesterday made it 11. Okay. So on his 11-game hitting streak, he's 19 for 44. He has a .432 batting average. He's hit 4 home runs, has 13 RBI, and 7 walks compared to 9 strikeouts. So he's very close to having more walks than strikeouts, which in Major League Baseball is a very difficult thing to do. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna get more into this as far as the team is concerned in a minute. But looking at William Contreras with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, William Contreras' batting average is .571.
Whoa.
All right. What do you got for some deep stats?
Okay, then. So I thought writing down his batting average was insanity, but hearing that is nuts. In terms of batting average, the Brewers have 6 guys at 300 or better. That is double what the Padres have. Contreras is at 390. He's first on the team. Blake Perkins obviously just got here, but he's at 367. Turang and Yelich are tied at 333. Joey Ortiz is at 324. And Adames is at 317. Frelick just missed. He could have made lucky number 7, but he's at 298. But he's this close. After today, we could have 7.
Nice.
In terms of home runs, Yelly leads the team with 5. Contreras has 4. Adames, Hoskins, and after last night, Jackson Chourio joined, tied for 3rd on the team with 3 home runs. RBIs, Contreras leads in that. No surprise after hearing the stat Tyler just laid down with 15. Yelly and Chourio are tied for 2nd with 11. Adames has 10, and Hoskins has 4. Or 9. He's 4th with 9. Runs, Frelick and Adames lead the team with 16. Hearing Adames lead the team in runs is really something that I did not expect to read.
It's encouraging for the bottom of the order.
It really is. That's a great thing to see. I want to see Adames near the top at all these stats, and he is so far. Hoskins, Turang, and Perkins have 8 runs. Perkins just got here, and he's already tied for 2nd on the team with 8 runs. The guy is just speed. He is just speed. In terms of hits, Contreras has 23. Adames is 2nd on the team with 19 hits. Frelick and Turang are tied for 3rd with 17. And 4th on the team with the 4th most hits is Jackson Chourio, the phenom. Nice. OPS, Yelich is number 4 in all of baseball at 1.166. Contreras is top 10 in baseball at 1.140. Turang is at 870. And Adames is at 921. Willie Adames is almost at 1,000. Adames is playing terrific baseball that nobody's giving him credit for. In terms of stolen bases, obviously we all know that Bryce Turang has 8, leading the National League. Frelick and Chourio at 3. Dunn, Perkins, and Yelich are tied with 2. On base percentage, Contreras at 479 is just ridiculous. Perkins is at 441. Yelich is at 422, and Ortiz is fourth on the team at 410. So the Milwaukee Brewers all the way around, they're just hitting the baseball.
They really are.
I just want to say real quick, Bryce Terang with 8 steals. He has 4 times as many steals as the Chicago Cubs.
All right. What's up, V on YouTube? So looking at the Brewers offense, I wanted to look kind of more in totality what the team is doing as a whole. So I made the post yesterday morning. The Murphys Mashers at the time yesterday morning, the Brewers and the Padres were tied for second in Major League Baseball in home runs. Given the fact that the Dodgers and Padres have both played 4 more games than the Brewers, and both teams played yesterday, obviously the Padres against the Brewers, that is still factual. So the Brewers are now 1 home run ahead of the Padres and are now tied with the Orioles, who have played 1 more game than the Brewers. So the Brewers being in top 2, top 3, tied for the top 2 in home runs, despite having fewer games played, really shows that the Brewers have the power that they've had previous years, but we've also seen the product of them playing to their strengths, which is the speed on this roster. So looking at with 2 outs, and we'll talk about this more when we get into the game breakdowns on the show tomorrow when we talk about all of the games. But looking at DL Hall and Colin Ray, both of them got hurt by 2-out runs. They're killer. They're absolutely killer, giving up runs with 2 outs, and it's what contributed to some of the Brewers' losses over the last week. But the Brewers themselves have also been very productive with 2 outs. Looking over their last 8 games when the offense has really exploded, they have scored 22 runs with 2 outs in the last 8 games alone.
Wow.
So they're averaging almost 3 runs a game with 2 outs.
Wow.
All right. Anything else you want to throw out there? We are getting close to game time, but Jake, are there any other segments you want to throw out there?
I could just go over the totality of the Brewers offense. Really, they're top 2, top 5 in almost every major category. One thing I do want to point out, they're number 2 in on-base percentage. They're number 2 in slugging percentage. They're number 2 in batting average. And they're 24th in the MLB in strikeouts at 129. So the batting average is up. The strikeouts are down. Well, they're 24th. That means they have
okay. I was thinking
like
that meant that they had the
yeah. It's like golf. You got to flip the thinking, right?
So they're like 6th.
Yeah. So they have the 6th fewest.
Okay.
So they have 129 strikeouts. Was in the ranking is at 24th. So I probably should have worded that better. But they're number 6 in total hits. They're number 4 in total runs. They're tied for 4th with the Reds and RBI. So they're number 2 in OPS. This Brewers offense is real. You're almost looking at a month's worth of games here, and they're really starting to put something together. I do want to point out the Padres also have a good offense. They paid a lot of money for some of these guys, trades obviously as well. But this is going to be important for both pitchers. I pointed this out to Tyler earlier. He agreed with me. It could come down to the gold gloves up the middle that could really decide this game, because there's going to be a lot of ground balls today. So we'll see what power is better.
Yeah, strength versus strength. And you're right. The Padres do have a good offense, and the Brewers offense is for real too. And your statistic about Willy Adames scoring runs really shows that the 5 through 9 hitters are driving in those runs. So if we can look at just the team, an RBI is obviously kind of a misleading stat in my opinion, just because it does rely so strictly on guys getting on base for you. But the Brewers have 4 guys that have driven in more than 10 runs, with Jackson Chourio being tied with Christian Yelich for second on the team.
Mm-hmm.
It's very exciting. It's very encouraging to see him doing so well. And then 2 guys that I want to throw out there, Bryce Terang and Jake Bauers. And strictly Jake Bauers, because he's a guy that when he doesn't play well, people are going to clamor for him to be sent down or DFA'd. And Gary Sanchez is obviously the same way, and he's getting there. I'm willing to be patient with Gary Sanchez because he's got the potential to be a big power guy. But Jake Bauers and even Rhys Hoskins, sort of the other way around. When Jake Bauers doesn't have a good day at the plate, it doesn't mean that he's worthless to the Brewers roster. We've seen him play really well defensively, and we've seen him drive in some runs at big moments.
Mm-hmm.
Conversely, with Rhys Hoskins, we've seen him have some bad defense. We've also seen him mash homers. We also got a world-class season takeaway of him versus the Mets, which was really fun. But Rhys Hoskins, over the last couple of games, since they had that bad defensive game between Rhys Hoskins and Joey Ortiz, they've both been fantastic defensively.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're on something like a baseball season, over the totality of the season, people gotta just relax and be patient because baseball is a long haul. All right. So that's our pregame show. Thanks for hanging out with us for that. We're going to go to a commercial break, and then when we come back, Jake and I are just going to be a couple regular Joes ready to watch a baseball game.
Yes, sir.
All right. Just about game time.
What up?
Now we're not in our studios anymore.
I ran very fast.
Yes, me too. I also completely convincingly.
Man, I can't wait to go to American Family Field and check out the new scoreboard, man. I know you went to a game. Is it huge?
It's huge.
Right.
It's huge, and it's really vivid. I think is what I like about it. Is that like I said, it's vivid. It's really bright.
I'm with it. That's a nice upgrade. They put any new restaurants in there, or are they planning on that? I don't even know.
Let's see. I didn't go to any like new restaurants. I got like all the staples, pretzels and honey roasted nuts and whatnot.
Hey, when we went last year, we had to get the ice cream in the helmet, bro. That's like, you got to do that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Wade Miley starts the strike. Love to see it.
Angel Hernandez, home plate. This could
We didn't
be-
know that when we picked this game for a watch party. We did not know that Angel Hernandez was going to be doing the home plate. Oh, man.
So,
Might have made a mistake.
There's Bogarts. I'm this already. I just want to voice my disdain for Valley Sports as the most garbage app I've ever used in my entire life.
Yeah, can't really say anything good about Valley
Do you
Sports.
just like work? Like, don't, man. I don't want to. I was just thinking. I'm just gonna be. Oh, first pitch. See, I'm trying to tell you. These guys don't mess around up there, man. Hey, they're here for a good time, not a long time. That's what they're thinking up there. Look at that big old boy. Good thing they didn't have that when Prince Fielder was hitting dingers. Took a couple chunks out of it.
Ah!
Oh, dang it. Oh, this is not the start we wanted.
All right.
You know what they say? Life comes at you fast. 4 pitches, 3 players on. I try to tell you guys, first pitch swinging, these guys, that's what these guys do. They go up there, they're aggressive, they go after it. They make you play defense, which I respect.
Yeah. We said it in the pregame show. Their offense is for real.
Dude, that sucks, man. That got stuck like at the heel of his glove. That sucks. All right.
Oh, that went into the sacrifice on an error.
All right, wait. Come on, buddy. Ah! We got the old Angel Hernandez call there. I like that, baby. Ouch. I think I'm behind you, but ouch.
Yeah, ouch is right. It's a literal ouch.
Hey.
Wade Miley just took one off the shin. That's yeah, it looked like right off his shin.
That is always the worst, man. Like, I feel like, ooh, like holding the knee. Oh man, that might have been off the kneecap, man.
Machado did it on purpose. I'm obviously joking.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Dude, look at Pat Murphy, dude. That guy looks like a hot ball.
I love Pat Murphy already.
I know. He's a vibe. Brewers Nation needed Pat Murphy. Sheesh. All right. Let's see if you can get a nice, easy ground out here. And we can escape with just one. Come on, Wade. Hassan came with it and takes the first. I would have took the first one too. After a guy takes a hit to the leg. Oh. Damn.
Miley looks like he's hurting. You see his face? He looks like he's hurt.
Yeah. He's
He
trying
might
to
not
gut
be
it
injured,
out.
but you can tell he's hurt.
Hey. Well, big first inning. Where did I go? All right. So now I can dig into this. I wrote this down earlier today too. Let me get there. All right. So I wrote down the scoring by inning, and the Padres are actually second in the MLB in first inning runs scored, average 1. So they're a good first inning team. The Brewers are 7th in MLB in scoring. So hopefully we can get 1 or 2 back here. Get out of here with just 4, and then see what happens.
What? It was one of the. Well, first there was the Reds game. They got down 8-0, and that was in like the 5th or the 6th inning.
Yeah.
And they came back and made that one a game. Some defensive errors, might have made that a little bit closer. Which.
Yep.
Now we're dealing with another one.
Oh boy.
Pretty similarly to this one, though.
Yeah. Last night, what inning was that? 5th inning, 6th inning?
Was that?
What inning was the big inning for the Padres last night?
Oh,
5th?
that'll do. Give me a break, dude. Come on. Here we go. Oh, man, the Angel Hernandez party getting started early.
I think from reading Pat Murphy's lips, he said, "How do you make that call?" Which I agree with. How are you going to be able to tell?
My thing
No.
is if the first base umpire says nothing, who's got the straight on view, how are you going to make that call from home plate?
Come on, no. He got picked off there.
Not to mention that Wade Miley is one of the best in Major League Baseball at picking runners off.
I love that. I love that Miley just catches the ball and just grabs it and chucks it right back. Like, no, you take it. No, you take it. Come on. You cannot. No, I'm not doing that. That is a legal pickoff move. That's trash. Angel Hernandez.
The first balk called against Wade Miley since 2020.
What?
Just said it on the Valley broadcast.
Wow. Interesting.
Oh, man, I don't know if that was a strike either.
Yep, that's a thing.
I mean, it benefited the Brewers, obviously, but it's a questionable strike call. Could have been the third out of the inning if we're not dealing with Angel Hernandez.
True.
I wonder if Jeff Passan or or John Heyman will tweet about Angel Hernandez. They've been going off about him lately.
I'm sure they will. We'll have to pay attention. This is E-Guy Rosario. What a name, dude. How do you name him E-Guy? I know that's not how you say it.
So I'm looking at my group chat of Brewers writers because I write for Fansided for the Brewers.
Yeah.
One of them said even the Padres broadcast was questioning why the home plate umpire would call a balk on the pitcher when the first base umpire has a better angle.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
So even the Padres broadcast was confused on why Angel Hernandez is making that call.
All right, come on. Let's get this third out of here.
Barehanded. Man,
Yeah.
that's where we're at.
Yeah, that's what
We're at cue shots, just holding on to the grass.
Oh, it did have English, but it didn't have enough to get out of the grass and onto the dirt. Because if I was on the dirt, I was going foul.
Yeah, it's in his second outing of the year, coming back from an injury. This is tough.
Yeah, he gets whacked in the leg, dude. Jeez.
That too.
What was that? Forget 4 pitches in? 4 or 5?
I think it was the 7th pitch that hit him. After 4 pitches, they had 3 singles.
No, they had 2 singles in the error. But yeah.
You know what I meant?
Yeah. Yo.
But then Angel Hernandez is going to put a balk on top of him, too.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a thing. So obviously Wade Miley is going to finish at or close to 30 pitches for the inning. And it could have been over, 8 pitches ago?
Well,
How many pitches has he thrown since he got the second out, which could have been the third out?
all right. Come away, Wade. Come on. Oh.
So 6 pitch at bat after that. Got him. And a 5 pitch at bat after that. So Wade Miley had to throw basically 11 extra pitches because of the balk call.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's walking very comfortable either.
He looked pretty rough after he gave up that home run. But like I said, so here's the thing. Here's where we're at with the Brewers. Like I said, with that Cincinnati Reds game, the Brewers got down big, and they made a big run. They were able to score 8 runs in that game after the 5th inning.
Yeah.
But we said go Padres. I don't know if we can do that. Can't do that. Padres are off to a head start though.
Definitely not go Padres. Not in my world.
Just giving them a head start.
We're nice like that.
I want to know what inning it was the Brewers started their big run. All right. I'm going to have Sal get it going here. So, Sal Frelick on a 4-game hitting streak, 13 for 34, about a 382 batting average in his last 4 games.
Dang. I think the most underrated thing about Pat Murphy so far is that he just keeps changing the lineup, having different guys lead off.
Right.
It's insanity. One day it's Cherio, then it's Frelick, and it was
Oliver
Contreras. Dunn. It was Contreras versus Burns. I mean, his first ever leadoff homer. I mean, crazy stuff that we're just throwing anybody up there.
So the Brewers against the Reds in their first game of that series, they were down 8-0 after 4 innings. And then in the 5th, 6th, 7th, they went 3-3-2. Angel Hernandez would have called him safe.
Damn. Probably would have called him safe. Man, I had such a lame day at work today, man. The friggin' boss was just moving people around today, and it kind of messed with the whole. I don't really know what to say. Like, there's just a way that things work, you know. And like, you don't mess with that when it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And he just messed with it, and everything was a shit show today. Man, I was like, what is happening right now? And I feel like I got punched in the face today at work. It was terrible. So I need a Brewers win to make me feel better. I was reading so much Packers content today because we're getting so close to the freaking draft, man. And it's like all these people come out with all these crazy trades and the Packers should do this and do this and do this, and I'm like, guys, nothing that you say is what's going to happen. I promise. They're not trading the 25th and 91st pick to move into the top 12. It's not happening.
Nope.
Very excited for our episode on Friday, by the way. It's going to be a good one. Oh, I have to talk to you about some business.
Yeah, we'll do live mock drafts on Friday. We'll do 10 of them, and all 10 will be wrong.
Yep. I'm not going to take that far. I'm not going to say we're going to get
right. Like last year, we got a couple.
We're going to get 100% correct, but I will say we will get some right. We will get some picks right.
It's like we got what? We got Zach Tom right.
Yep.
Like Romeo Dobbs. You were an LVN guy.
I was.
What else did we get right? I feel like we got more than that. This is our 3rd year doing mock drafts live?
At least, yeah. This is going to be our crazy to think about. This is going to be our 5th Packer season, 4th. Because I know when we first started, we started on the Packer season, so it always messes up the time frame. We started in September. I think those will be a 4th. Oh, you sure you don't want to let Hernandez call that?
Yeah, take the decision away from Angel Hernandez, and the Brewers get a base runner.
That was a very close pitch. And that was a very close swing.
Attaboy, Bowers.
I knew
Get on your horse, Willie.
I knew something good was going to happen.
Attaboy, Bowers. Brewers 22 runs over the last 8 games with 2 outs. Now we can make it 23 in the last 9.
And Adames can notch another one for the run total. He was at so many numbers. He's number 1 on the team with 16. He's now number 1 on the team with 17. So that a baby. Oh boy, Bowers. You take that sucker and you tuck it right in the corner just like that every time.
See if Hoskins
has a great arm, dude.
One really quick.
All right, Hoskins, let's go, baby. You don't have to hit it over the fence, man. Just find some grass, baby. 2 outs. He's running on contact. There we go. He keeps that sucker low, man. You're gonna have to keep this same approach, buddy. Come on.
It's a good pitch.
Yeah. You're not doing much with that anyway, so.
Yeah, 97 on the outside corner low is tough.
You gotta be very strong to turn that around, do anything with it. See, those ones that are up, they got a little life to them already, so.
Or you have to swing like super early with a long reach.
Yeah, that too.
And Dylan Cease is a good pitcher too. Like he didn't have a great 2023, but he was really good 2022 and 2021.
Wow. The Chicago White Sox didn't have a great 2023, so they're not having a great 2024
have a good 2022 or 2021 either. AL Central so bad the Royals are starting to run away with it.
That is wild to me. That is wild. That was the one. Damn it.
Brewers are doing good at making starting pitchers work hard.
Absolutely. This inning could have been nothing, and they got him to throw 21, so it's pretty solid, actually.
You get him to throw 21, 22 pitches an inning, he's not going more than 5.
Good take. Now he's got to throw into you, buddy. Come on. Yep, there's a slider, Tyler, with the 2 strikes.
It's too close to take, bud.
I wanted to blame Angel Hernandez with that. I'm not upset at that call. I could see that being called.
That's a 50-50 ball.
A lot of guys are going to call that a strike.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah. He fouled off a bunch of pitches in that at-bat, which is good. It was a good at-bat.
Yep.
It's just that last one that's too close to take. Shorten up the swing, slap that one foul, and get another pitch.
Agreed.
All right. Got one back.
Baseball's a long game, man. If we just keep chipping away at it, we'll be good to go. Oh, man. Make sure you guys join us tomorrow, man. We're going to talk Brewers, obviously, the last week of games. We'll recap this one as well, as you guys are watching along with us. And then we'll have your Milwaukee Bucks playoff preview. Obviously, we'll have to first talk about the last week of games leading up to this, but then we'll dive into the playoff preview versus the Pacers. It's going to be a good one, man. Everybody's writing us off. People are sharing stuff left and right from Stephen A. Smith and Brian Windhorst, which I don't know why you would share anything from those windbags. They are paid millions of dollars to say whatever ESPN tells them to. It has been documented that ESPN controls conversations that happen on their show. So yep. I don't understand why anybody would listen to them, share their stuff, agree with them. the thing that Tyler and I, when we originally came together for this idea, obviously we were some really young kids. Tyler, a little backstory if you don't know, Tyler and I have known each other for a long time, literally over half our lives. So we came together as some young kids and we're like, let's create our own sports center, right? And as we've matured and gotten older, we've used the resources that we've been handed and we've developed our own opinions on things. And we took that and we put an extra spin on it and we made it more positive. And it's not to say that our teams can't be bad in areas or overall, but instead of just sitting there and being like, yup, if Giannis doesn't play in game 1 or 2, the Bucks are definitely losing in the first round.
Yep.
We're not going to do that. Could they lose in the first round? Absolutely.
So could Boston.
So could Boston. And going all the way back to our season primer, Tyler actually called this one out before anybody else. He called the Pacers a sleeper team in the East. And
you're right, I did. Thank you for bringing that up. I did say that. You
are very welcome. I did not forget. We were doing our threat levels, and they were on my rankings because as we were coming together to create who we think is the best threats, you were like, I'm gonna throw the Pacers out there, and I was like, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. And Tyler called that out, so I wanted to give him his credit for that. And now they're the 6th seed. They've put up a ton of points. They got an all-star point guard. They're exciting and young, and they play fast.
They grabbed themselves an all-star forward also.
They did. They did do that. So the Pacers are a good team, but the Bucks are the Milwaukee Bucks. We've set a standard for this team, for this city, and they'll be fine.
The Pacers are where the Bucks were in 2018.
Yeah.
They're literally the exact same seed. The Bucks are the 2018 seed. You and I went to a game at the Bradley Center there when they were the 6th seed facing the Raptors that year, or they were the 8th seed that year, and then they were the 6th the next year against Boston, and they took them 7. So I think that's what that was. I think they were 8 in 16-17, and then they were 6 in 17-18.
I'll never forget after that game, even though we lost, that sucked. After that game, how loud the Bucks and 6 chant was. That was so loud. I still hear it.
Yep. All right, so we're in the top of the second. Wade Miley's got 1 out. He's got a 3-2 count on Fernando Tatis. See if this time through the order, the second time through the order, can go a little smoother for Wade Miley.
All right. If we can get out of here with 0, go back, attack Cease, and get another one on the board, start creating a thing called momentum. Ooh, damn, that was a close pitch to take. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, that's the thing. Like we talked about, and we'll talk about this a lot tomorrow on the show when we break down the games individually. The Brewers' offense is capable of putting up runs in big bunches.
Yes, they are. Now, we talked a lot about, the 5 through 9 hitters. You were really hammering on that in our pregame show. We're gonna see them go to work here in a sec, man. So hopefully they can provide a spark, get on base, maybe steal a base or cause some havoc on the base pads here, and we'll get her going. Oh, she's just munching. Look at her, she's munching. Hey, I think I'm gonna need some dinner in a little bit here. Everybody's over there just munching. I really love that the Brewers during the school year, they start a little earlier. They start at that 6:40 time. I wish they did that all year long, but I do respect that they do it for the school year.
Yeah.
Well, what is it, like June 10th, I think, which is a really good day in my life. June 10th or 11th, I think they switch over to the 7:10 start times.
Mm-hmm. Which, if it happens, it happens. If we have watch parties for those 7:10s, we'll do them.
We will. We will be here. We will give you stats. I promise you that. We're Ooh, those are some disgusting cleats. I don't know who was wearing those.
I think that's was that Tatis that had those?
That makes sense.
I could see Tatis having something like that.
He's got swag.
Get that double play ball. Get him. Got him. Attaboy, Wade.
All right, so I had to wait for a double play because I wanted to bring this up.
Okay.
Last night there was a double play ball chance, and it was a ball shaded over the Terang was kind of shaded over second base. The ball went a little bit left of second base, and Terang had to move a little bit. He would have been at a really awkward angle to try to, fire it quickly to Willie and probably put Willie in a bad position to try to throw out the guy at first base, right?
Yep.
So instead of, going with the weird arm angle, he tried to go behind the back.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying this is I'm not trying to point out that it's whatever. It went wide. It happens. I want to remind people that we remind people all the time that baseball's a long year and you have to be patient. We're going to be saying that a lot about what's up, James?
I'll get it in a second. Finish your thought. I'll get to James in a second here.
Okay. I wanted to make the point that we're going to make this point a lot about Churio, that you have to remain patient. He's going to have some down times, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to remember that a lot of these guys that came up last year, like the Tarangs and the Freelicks, like they're going to have down plays too.
Yep.
We have to remain patient with them too. Yep. Baseball is such a mental grind, people. And I saw people saying stuff about it, and I'm like, please
We're going to have a lot of these conversations tomorrow.
Please stop. Like, I don't want to have to do this all year long again.
Right.
Please remain patient.
Yeah. James asked for the game status. The Brewers are down 4-1. They are about to come up to bat in the bottom of the second inning. The Padres scored 4 runs in the first inning off of a handful of singles, a ball off of Wade Miley's leg, and then a home run. Mm-hmm. And then the Brewers got one back from a walk by Willie Adames and a double by Jake Bauers, both with 2 outs. So now the Brewers are coming up to bat in the bottom of the second inning. Blake Perkins is leading off. Batting 6th, by the way. Reggie, what's up? Reggie, you should subscribe to the Patreon. I could definitely see you hanging out with us watching games.
Reggie, you're going to want to watch a Packer game. I promise you. You guys do not understand what's going to happen to me as a human being during a Packers game. A lot of emotions run through me. I don't know how to control some of them. Words come out. When Reggie came in here, I should have gave a, "What's up, brother?" Dude, that guy's awesome, dude. He's so nice. Everybody says he's so nice. I'm so happy for him. Like, there's so many famous people that are just such POSs, man. And they finally got one that's not. At least on the surface, it looks like it now.
Right.
They finally created a guy that's not a POS famous, and I am happy about that. Maybe America's going in the right direction for once.
So Blake Perkins is having a good at-bat. He's pulling off some good pitches. So looking at Blake Perkins, batting 6th in the order. I feel like I've been shielded from your stuff from me lately. We're always here, Reggie. I mean, Wednesdays and Fridays, that's never going to change. The only thing that's going to be gate kept a little bit is the watch parties. That'll be for Patreon subscribers. But if you subscribe to us on Patreon, you also, as you see on the bottom right now, you get to see the graphics that get posted. So like the Murphy's Masters that was posted, the Bryce Terang stolen bases, the Freddie the 13th, all those, you'll get to see those, hours or even a day early before they get posted to any of our social medias. So you get that too.
So then you can feel like a podcaster and get that information out before your friends.
True.
How about that?
Yeah.
And that's worth the $5.
Seeing that in the morning and then being like, going and spreading the news. Reggie asked if he can ask a Packers question. I mean, I don't see why not.
Reggie, we're Wisco fanatics, okay? We're not Brewer fanatics, Badgers, Bucks. We are the Wisco fanatics. So you can always ask a Packers question.
I suppose I could put the brand on there so you can see them all.
You can go ahead, buddy. We'll answer. We got you.
That is why we do things live, so that people can ask questions when they're watching.
Yeah, we love that.
Blake Perkins did strike out. We are on to Bryce Terang, who is in a 2-2 count.
Oh, you're a couple pitches ahead of me. I'm at 2-1 right now.
So what?
I'm at 2-1 right now.
Oh, Terang just swung and missed a 2-2.
Well, son of a bitch.
Let me know when he swings.
I will get to that in a second, Reggie. Hold on. He's swinging right now.
Okay.
He popped it up, and he caught it right now.
Okay, let me know when they show an advanced stat that has Churio having multiple hits and RBI in the same game.
Right now.
Okay. All right. That was about 10 seconds for you.
I'm going to read Reggie's comment. Do you feel comfortable moving off Myers and putting Tom, or maybe not moving off Myers, but giving Tom a shot as center? So this is interesting. Tyler, I'll let you go first because I have a story behind it. You go first.
You might as well, because the first thing that I thought of was the quote that you shared, or the interview that you shared of a Packers front office person, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of when Reggie asked this question, so I'll let you share that. Ooh, Churio to the wall.
So there was Rob Namaski. You guys all know who that is. He works for ESPN. He's the guy that they used to show all the time with the Rodgers drama. He went on ESPN Madison, I believe it was, on Tauscher's talk show, radio show. And he gave a quote talking about how somebody in the Packers front office, this is how they feel about Zach Tom. He's a Pro Bowl right tackle. He's an all-pro right guard, and he's a Hall of Fame center. So I work with a guy. I'm just going to say his first name. I'm not going to say his last name. His name's Eric. Eric is my guy I got to talk sports about. Every job I've ever had in my life, I have to have one. I need one emotional support sports conversationist. Okay? And Eric is my guy at my job. And we talked about it. And I was like, there is zero chance they are not taking an offensive lineman in the first round. There is no way that you feel you have a Hall of Famer. You feel like a guy's a Hall of Famer at a position, and you're not going to put him there? No way in hell. Sorry for cussing. If you don't like cussing, I apologize. But there's no way that you don't move him there. If there's even a chance that he's a Hall of Famer, you're putting him there. I'm sorry. It can help with
totally
so
fair.
many things, dude.
If the Packers, and this won't, my opinion on it will be cemented during the draft, which we will also be live for that as well. We're going to be live with John from Lombardi Time Brews for day 1 and day 2 of the draft. If the Packers say, let's say they draft Troy Fautanu in the first round, and they want to put him at right tackle and have Zach Tom play center, or let's say they get to training camp and they want to have Fautanu and Rasheed Walker, and they want to look at that and maybe see if they want to start Fautanu at left tackle and have Rasheed Walker be the backup, then I could see them leaving Zach Tom at right tackle.
Yeah.
But if Rasheed Walker plays well and they have a guy that they can play at right tackle, then you can look at putting the quote they use all the time is best 5. Yep. That's where Fautanu is playing, or Rasheed Walker is playing left tackle, Fautanu is playing right tackle, then you can look at putting Zach Tom at center. So to me, it's going to depend on A, who their first round pick is, and B, what Rasheed Walker does in training camp.
Right, I agree with that. Like if they end up with a guy like a Grant Barton and nobody really knows where he's going to go, could he be a tackle? Could he be a guard? Could they kick him in at center, right? There's a lot of things to consider with player, obviously. But, you know, to your point, if they get a guy that they like at right tackle and they move Tom inside and they really feel that way about him, I'm telling you this right now. The power run game in Green Bay. Oh,
Having a dude that athletic as your center. Oh,
bro, him getting up to the second level. Well, first of all, if you're gonna have Sean Ryan, right, playing right guard. That's what it looks like right now. He's on paper, he's slated in there. Excuse me. So if you have a guy that you think could be an elite center, that helps that right guard spot. Then if the right tackle holds his own, you're feeling good now, right?
Reggie wants the guy from Michigan. Reggie, they got like 3 guys that are going to be drafted in the first 4 rounds. You want Drake Nugent, Trevor Keegan, or Zach Zinter?
Yeah, which one? Which guy? Probably Zinter, I would assume.
That's where like my thing with Blake Corum. Like, yeah, he scored a shit ton of touchdowns, but he had the best interior offensive line in the NFL or in the NCAA easily.
I don't disagree with that.
Oh, he wants Corum.
You want Corum, okay. I mean, I like Corum. I think he's going to be pretty good. But my guy, Reggie, is Trey Benson. That's my guy. He's a stud.
So trainers and Pat Murphy are coming back out to look at Wade Miley again because on the bunt, trying to move Manny Machado over to second base, he kind of limped off the mound as he went to make the play to make the flip over to Bowers for the out. So they're all looking at him.
Oh, and he said a naughty word. He said a very naughty word.
Pat Murphy's like pointing at Wade Miley, like impressing the responsibility on him. But Pat Murphy may joke a lot at Wade Miley's expense, but I think there's definitely a veteran trust there.
Dude, Pat Murphy, oh my God. I can just tell he's a guy I want to play for.
Mm-hmm.
I can just tell that already. Because you know that he cares about you. He's going to have your back. But he's also going to make you a better person along the way. Damn it, man.
Reggie asked about Tennessee. That's Jalen Wright.
Yeah, he's a good player. Why don't you just go back and watch our episode from last Friday?
Yeah, if you're feeling that we're sheltering from you.
All right.
You can listen to them, too. All of our podcasts are available on audio as well. Yes, Reggie Murphy is a dog, for sure. All right, Wade. Get through this 3rd inning. That's 60 pitches already. That extra 11 pitches that he had to throw in the 1st inning because of Angel Hernandez.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Back already. I don't know if Wade Miley is going to make it past like 75 pitches, maybe 80.
You know, I was just going to say, man, I'll be honest with you. If he gives us 4 innings after how this one started, getting hit, and how he looked going after that punt, I'd be happy with 4 innings. Taking into consideration of things that he's had to go through.
Yeah.
Come on, Wade.
See if we can maybe get 3 innings out of 3 innings out of maybe like Bryce Wilson.
I can see that. That's why Bryce Wilson is just so valuable to this team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Abner Uribe is starting to play catch. What in the heck? Okay, scratch that.
Right. Reggie said, I love y'all. It's easy to ask now. It is easy to ask now. You'll get much more in depth if you listen to the Friday episode.
That's true. And just like I tell my son all the time, knowledge is power, baby. You used to laugh at those posters when you were in school, man. But man, I feel a whole different way about it now. I don't know.
Look at me. I got a bookshelf that's almost full.
Try telling 14-year-old self that you're going to have a bookshelf full of books. Exactly.
Like,
he said, all right, I'll buy tickets. You got the beer. Let's go to a game. What game you want to go to, man? Brewers game, Bucks game. I gotta get down.
100% be down, Reggie.
I gotta go down to a Badgers game this year, man. I gotta get to Madison. All right, Wade.
Mike and I went to the launch last April. That was enjoyable as well. I got to go to a Badger basketball game. I haven't been to a Badger basketball game in probably 12 years.
I got to get to a basketball game. He said, "Shit."
He said Packers. He said any. Probably cheaper to go to a Brewer game, and
Reggie,
easier and warmer.
Reggie, I don't know if followers are ready for game day Packers Jake. I'm being serious, dude. I turned into a different person.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Packer games is a lot.
Bro, I'm so hyped for Packer games, man, because the Packers season is so condensed compared to the Brewers and the Bucks. So there's so much more emotion that goes into it. And I understand why people feel the way they feel, but man, those game days are something, man.
Man. Yeah. Especially being at the game.
There is, and I will never.
Reggie said I don't want to keep rubbing games in on us. I've been averaging about a game a year.
I go to, actually, I didn't even tell you this yet. I feel like I haven't talked to you much. Even though we talk every day, I feel like I don't talk to you much. That's so weird to say out loud. But my neighbors, I ran into my neighbor the other day. We were all outside letting the dog out and stuff. And the neighbor told me that her husband's sister has season tickets because they were in the family, and she has season tickets. So they have 4 right next to each other, right? And they're always trying to find a replacement for the sister because the sister moved away.
Oh.
So she gives them the money for it, and they come to 1 or 2 out of state. They come home or whatever because they're firefighters. My neighbor's a firefighter in Green Bay, and his dad, who used to be the chief over there, I don't know if it's called commander or chief or whatever, but they have an old fire truck that they turned into this big bar where it shoots out beer with taps all over it, and they painted it Packers colors with a Packer logo on it and stuff. So she was telling me yeah, you got to come party with us, and I was kind of a buzzkill because I'm I'm not a big drinker, and she was kind of oh, and I was just kind of but I can make an exception, and trying to keep the conversation going. I want your tickets.
Oh my God, Angel Hernandez, bro.
No God.
Joey Ortiz is in a 3-1 count.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Get this guy out of here.
Oh my.
I was about to lose it if he was going to call the next one too. Oh my God.
I really like Ortiz, man. I think that was a good piece for us to get, man.
Yeah. He's another one. We were talking about patience with young guys. Joey Ortiz is absolutely in that Sal Frelick, Bryce Terang
very good, very
category
good
of players.
Good call, good call. I like that. Yeah, he's super young, super raw.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of rough edges.
He has one bad defensive game, and then people are like, "Oh, we traded Corbin Burns for this guy."
They don't remember when Burns would have bad outings a couple of years ago. Shut up.
All of 2019. Spoiler alert, I'm going to say something about that when we talk about DL Hall tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Better tune in, everybody. Tyler's dropping bombs again.
I'm going to drop an actual bomb one of these days. It's going to nuke an entire Facebook group.
Oh, man, wouldn't that be nice? Bro, I saw a video. I didn't send it to you, but I saw this video. It was from Ben Like Sports. Love that guy, by the way. And he said, imagine if fans could get traded. Oh, man. I was
awesome.
I was like, dude, this guy's speaking to my soul right now. And he was pretending to be a Celtics fan, getting ready for the playoff game. and the fan got traded for a draft pick to the Pistons. Imagine going from the number 1 seed to the lottery.
Oh man, I'm gonna start doing that when people say a bunch of negative shit on Facebook. I'm just gonna be like, "You've been traded." That's all I'm gonna comment. You've been traded.
Bro, you should make a graphic and then just slap the graphic on it. You've been traded. Make one for
I
every
need you to
team.
sit down, have a seat. You've been
All right,
traded.
later, brother.
Have a good one, Reggie.
Dude, that would be so funny, bro.
Have a seat.
Honestly,
You've been traded.
Oh man, I got the wheels turning now.
Got a boy.
Oh,
Good
man.
rip, Sal.
Dude, we can make like a little video, a little skit video of us doing something like that. It would be so good. I got so many ideas.
Here somewhere. I'll write it down.
I got so many ideas going through my head right now. All right. 2 on, no out. That's what we like to see, baby.
And William Contreras at the plate.
That's not good for the Padres.
Let me tell you this, though. I told you I have a weird William Contreras stat. Here it is. So William Contreras on the season has been absolutely fantastic, right?
Yes.
He's batting .390, got a .479 on base percentage.
Yep.
William Contreras has multiple hits in every single inning of the game except for the 3rd inning. So we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning right now. There's 2 on and nobody out. William Contreras is 0 for 7 in the 3rd inning of games so far this season.
What the hell? That is random as what?
Every single other inning, he has at least 2 hits.
That's weird. That is weird.
Oh my fucking god, Angel Hernandez, dude. Oh my fucking dude, we can't keep doing this.
Oh god, I haven't seen it yet.
Wow.
Contreras is thinking like, okay, well, it's already hard enough to hit the slider. Now I got to worry about it way the hell over here.
Bro, we're in the 3rd inning, and we've already had like 3 really Angel Hernandez moments.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna show it on the screen. I'm not gonna put the game on the screen, obviously, but I'm gonna put the MLB Game Day thing up on the screen just to show you where that pitch was on William Contreras. Oh my god!
All right, Adonis, come on, baby, get a hold on.
This is where that pitch was.
And the thing is like, the thing that bothers me about it is like, okay, if it happens every once in a while, that's fine. But he consistently calls shit over there,
The
you know?
3rd time this game already.
Yeah.
Sal Frelick, his are all fine in the 1st inning. That one's kind of low, but that one's not egregious or anything.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
Let's see. Bowers swung on the first pitch, so he didn't have to worry about the Angel Hernandez effect. Hoskins, nope, I'm fine with that one. There was one other pitch. It wasn't Perkins. It's not Terang. It's not Churio. I don't remember which one it was then. Oh, it was just this one. Look at this. Look at pitch number 5. Look at that.
Yeah.
That should have been ball 4 to Joey Ortiz. Pitch number 6 is closer to the strike zone than pitch number 5.
I agree.
And they were called opposites. Whew. Yeah, Angel Hernandez is just on a roll. Abner Uribe is coming in for Wade Miley. So this is one of those things where Abner Uribe is going to come in, and he's coming in the fourth inning of a game, which, yes, is early after we've seen him take some of the closing work early in the year. But my thing with this is that Pat Murphy's probably looking at getting Abner Uribe some low pressure work.
Yeah.
Just lower pressure work.
Some earlier innings, not as high stakes.
Right.
Get in there and show the stuff off a little bit. Get some confidence.
Or focus on the mechanics and not on the game situation as much. But I mean, we did talk about it going into the season when Devin Williams was put on the injured list that they were going to kind of go by committee for closing. And my valley's cutting out like it does.
Yeah, mine paused for a sec too. Come on now.
Mine paused for a second a couple times. Now I'm just looking at the Padres and Brewers logos. Okay, just going to refresh that. Watch it on MLB Game Day. All right, so Uribe is into a 3-2 count now.
Okay, Tyler, you're going to have to control this for a second. I have to use the little boys' room real quick.
Got you.
So I'll be right back.
All right, got a pop out. I like it. Good start for Abner Uribe. It's good to get him back on track. And that's kind of what Jake and I were saying here with this lower leverage type inning. All right. And now we have a 1-out single. All right. So if you're looking at Jake and I doing this watch party for this game, Jake and I are going to be doing these for Patreon twice a month. The Patreon subscribers get to pick which games we're going to do. So for the month of May, we have up for voting 2 Milwaukee Bucks playoff games, and then we have a whole bunch of Brewers games. When we get into August and September, football games will be on there. And then obviously when basketball season starts up again, that'll be available as well. So when we get into like October and basketball is getting close to start, and football and college football and baseball are all going, Jake and I'll have a lot of options for people to pick from for the watch parties. But for the summer, we're going to use the Brewers season to kind of get tuned up on all of the ins and outs of what we're going to do for the pregame shows, the postgame shows, and during the watch parties and stuff. Abner Uribe did a good job getting that ground ball to get the double play to get out of the inning. So good work by him. But other than that, our Wednesday shows are still going to be free like they always are. That's just going to be part of the regular show. Luis asked, how is a first place team have a stadium half empty? Because it is a Tuesday night in April. That is why. I mean, you can watch any team. I'm promising you that outside of LA or Chicago or New York, and even then, teams aren't filling up stadiums on Tuesdays. I went to the game not this past Saturday, but the previous Saturday on April 6th, and that was a Saturday evening game. Stadium totally full. So to answer your question, the stadium is half empty because it's a Tuesday night in April. It's still in the school year, and it's a Tuesday. Wonder if Abner Uribe, he got put through that fourth inning pretty quick. Oof. The line drive that hit Wade Miley was 108 miles an hour off the bat. That's tough. That's really tough for Wade Miley. 108, 60 feet away. Yikes. So, Abner Uribe in the fourth inning. He only threw 8 pitches. I wonder if I was just wondering out loud. Abner Uribe only threw 8 pitches in the fourth inning. I wonder if he'll throw in the fifth.
Interesting. So
Luis asked how a first place team has a half empty stadium. Thoughts?
how is a first place team at? Because it's in a small market and it's the school year.
I said it's a Tuesday night in April.
That too. It's a Tuesday night.
All right, back to Jake Bowers, guy that scored or plated the first run.
Oh man. Killed his hand. All right, now it's time to get on base and steal some. Guy has a hurt hand.
Good eye. What about Jake Bowers' chase percentages?
So I'm just going to plug one of the sponsors. You guys are seeing us today. You guys see us on Friday. You see us today, you see us tomorrow, you see us on Friday.
Right.
Then you see us next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oof.
And you could come meet us in person on Saturday. We will have an event with Cardboard Legacy, one of the sponsors of the show. I believe that one's in Oshkosh. So,
Yep, Oshkosh Expo Center.
Oshkosh Expo Center. If you're in the area, come say hi. Tyler and I are the exact same people, just much taller.
Yeah, right.
Not behind the computer screen. So yeah, come say hi. Come chit chat with us. Talk some sports.
So I pulled it up. Jake Bowers' chase percentage is only 20.8. He's in the 82nd percentile, so he's in the top 18% of not chasing pitches.
That's not bad at all.
He had some good eyes in that at bat. Just last one got by him.
We got to get the pitch count up again, man. He's only at 59.
Yeah, he's a little higher for me, but I mean, he threw what, 22, 23 in the first inning?
22, so
This is the thing, is that Dylan Cease is a good pitcher. Like we talked about this. He did not have a good 2023, but 2022, 2021, he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was.
Especially, 2022, he could have been a Cy Young candidate. He had a 2.20 ERA in 2022.
Yeah, he was very good.
Oh, God, they're having the RBIs. Oh, fucking Christ. Here we go again.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, what do you say, RBI or RBIs?
RBI.
Okay, agreed. Because runs batted in.
That's literally what it stands for.
That's exactly what it is. RBI.
All right.
You still on Hoskins?
No, I'm on Perkins.
Okay. What did you think of the pitch that Hoskins struck out on?
That's why I said all right. All right.
Let me pull that one up.
We just keep chugging along.
Well, I suppose he was swinging on that one, so I can't really be like, oh, check swing. Like, I don't have video of it. Damn. Because he did not look like he went around on that one. But Angel Hernandez took the opportunity to ring him up anyways.
Yeah, right.
So, how excited are you to watch the British Basketball League?
I'm very excited to watch Sam Decker.
How excited are you to see 17 commercials for it every time you watch a Brewers or Bucks game?
Bro, oh my God. Freaking my son, Aiden, was like, dude, are they going to show the American Basketball League? I was like, you mean the NBA? He was like,
No, the ABL.
He was like, yeah. I was like, Aiden, we're literally watching the Bucks right now. He was like, yeah, but you know what I mean? I got him all flustered and stuff. I was like, yeah, it's annoying. Don't point it out because then it becomes annoying for me too. I usually just ignore it.
You're welcome for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Ooh, the Dallas Cowboys made a very exciting free agency addition today.
Who's that, Larry Allen?
Royce Freeman.
Huh. I don't actually hate that move.
All right, here we go. Into the fifth inning. Hey, I have that hat that guy was wearing. Abney Uribe going back out for a second inning.
Wow.
I mean, he only threw 8 pitches, so why not?
Yeah.
Tatis getting his first taste of the Abney Uribe experience.
Buckle up. He's going to be here for a while. Both of them, really.
All right. Yes, sir, Todd. Go Brewers. Definitely way too early to write him off.
Todd is a Brewers-Bears fan.
Sorry to hear that.
My dad's buddy. What's up, Todd?
All right. Tatis got the better this time. Respect it. Tatis is a stud.
Yeah, he is. See, that's what I hate sometimes about watching sports is things happen when you don't want them to, and then you think about it and you're like, that guy is good. He does that to a lot of people. You just gotta accept it.
Do I have to accept that Angel Hernandez is going to keep doing shit like this?
Yes. Bro, you call that a ball? Ain't no way in hell.
What are we doing here?
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Like,
Todd, you better chill out, dog.
Like this, where did this first pitch miss? That's clearly on the outside corner.
The next 20 years going the Bears' way. Yeah. Your freaking wide receivers are, well, one of your wide receivers is like 3 years away from being in a wheelchair, dude. He's like 100.
I mean, the Bears are going to have a lot of really good skill players. still have like one trustworthy offensive lineman.
It's true. They don't even have enough picks to complete a rebuild this year, anyways. If they hit on the quarterback, which would be the first time in their history, that would be really good for them, obviously. That'd be good for football.
True.
Football would love a Packers-Bears rivalry. You don't think the NFL's cheering for that shit?
Yeah. I mean, listen, if we're talking about the Bears, I would focus on winning one game before I'd focus on the next 20 years.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right. Oh, Todd, you know who the Packers are.
Todd knows. He's revving us up, man.
All right. Let's see if
Todd, they have 1,975 and 122. I mean, that's decent. If I was them and you get the quarterback you like, I'm trading down from 9 and I'm just collecting second rounders, dude. That would be the smart thing to do. Not that I'm trying to help them out because I hate them and I hope they suck forever.
Man, we really should have seen if this was going to be an Angel Hernandez game coming.
Yeah.
I'm going to put on the Patreon site, if anybody subscribes to it, that we reserve the right to veto any voted on games for watch parties if Angel Hernandez is available for that game.
How many wide receivers do you need?
I thought Keenan Allen was a big-time wide receiver.
I thought I've been hearing from Bears fans all offseason that DJ Moore's a top 5 wide receiver. How many freaking wide receivers does one quarterback need? And you got a top 10 tight end. Yeah, well, you know what else you have? A bottom 5 head coach. So enjoy that.
And a bottom 5 offensive line.
Yeah.
Bears have a good defense, so I'll give them that.
Listen, I'm
not going to be in the basement anymore, but you're going to be one step above the basement.
I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about DJ Moore because he's absolutely a monster. And Keenan Allen is still a good player, but he's on his last legs. Let's be honest about it.
Todd said I'm applying next year.
Todd, I'm pretty sure you can make the same decisions as they do, man. They make some head scratchers sometimes, man. I couldn't believe he survived this year.
Come on, Uribe, strike out Machado. Holby Milner's warming up now. Got him. Had a boy, Uribe.
Shit, I'm ahead of you now.
Every time I try to pause it, it freezes.
No. Mine froze. I clicked the play pause button a couple times, and now all of a sudden I'm ahead of you. I don't understand this app.
Todd said we'll go coach Prime. Shit, I don't know. I wouldn't want to coach the Bears if I was him.
He doesn't want to coach the Bears either if he's him. He's going to sit at Colorado, make millions of dollars, and bring all the best high school kids over to Colorado with the millions he's getting from the boosters. And then you know what? When their millions run out, he'll go to the next college and make millions and bring in kids with their millions. He's probably going to end up in the SEC at some point. He'll never go to the NFL. There's no reason for him to.
Only way I could see him doing that is if he goes to his former team.
Do the Bucks? Yes, they get out of the first round. The Bucks are 100% winning on Sunday.
Yeah.
They're
And
winning game
Tuesday.
1. Bro. The more, I brought it up in a chat that we're in, but the more I think about the Captain Planet thing, dude, that shit is so funny, bro. Like, you just call him Captain Planet? Like, what? Without Giannis? Yes.
Yes, without Giannis.
Have we seen?
The Bucks are still super, super, super good at home. If Indiana
Yeah.
wants to win any games in the series, it's going to have to be in Indiana.
I mean, we've seen, and listen, this is just NBA history for everybody. Role players play better at home. So, Pat Connaughton's, Pat Beverly's,
for sure.
Bobby Portis's, Jay Crowder's, Beasley's. Those guys are going to play better sleeping in their own bed. You know what I'm saying? So, I expect those guys to do what they do. I expect Dame to strap the shoes on a little bit tighter because it's go time. This is what you came here for.
Yep.
Now, the 82 that we had, we're not dismissing that. Fun, good times. Lots of three-pointers, lobs, good time. Obviously, we had our down times too. I'm not going to dismiss that. But this is what we brought you here for. Tyler and I have broken it down all year. The half-court offense and, the big-time plays when we need them. So, its time is now. But back to this Brewers game. Bases loaded right now for Abner Uribe. He needs
They intentionally loaded the bases to set up the double play.
Yep. He needs to lock in right here.
Ground ball would be perfect. Just like he ended last inning, just get another ground ball and the inning. No harm, no foul.
Come on, Uribe. All right. You got 2 strikes now, kid. Come on.
Oh, you're ahead of me now.
I know. I'll be quiet if we get something good.
Oh, we got 2 strikes on him now. Todd, we're going to talk about this tomorrow.
I have thoughts. I'm not going to give them now.
Yep. We can talk a little bit more on the commercial break, too. After Abner Uribe gets this ground ball double play. Sheesh.
We got lucky. He missed the spot there.
He also fell down trying to catch up with an Abner Uribe pitch.
Nice.
And Todd, if you can't catch the show live tomorrow, it's always available on Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, podcasts.
Apple.
Oh, got him.
Colby Milner time.
Oof. That was dirty by Uribe. That's a tough pitch.
Yeah, that was some filth.
Moving in on a righty, too. That's nicely done.
Hey, you want to scan the code for the fan zone?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I want nothing to do with anything that Bally is doing.
Yeah, I'll probably freaking lag out on you halfway through.
All right. There we go. I'm caught up. Now I'm looking at Adventure Cities on Bally Sports.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a halftime with Brewers. I don't have a natural snack break.
No. Just the old 7th inning stretch.
Right?
All the dads in the stadium standing up and letting all the farts out they've been holding in. Listen to how they're going to win the championship this year. Also how the Guardians are winning the series. What? Well, that's
Cleveland people that they have to get past Kansas City first.
Wow. Also, you have to tell the Cavs fans to stop. They're playing the Magic. Magic could can make that interesting, I think.
It'd be kind of a fun series, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if Jonathan Isaac is healthy.
Put him on Mitchell. There it is. Those kids have the right idea.
Yeah.
The ice cream out of the helmet, dude. That's a go-to. That's a staple. All right, Obi. Get us out of here, buddy. My daughter loves when I make the strike sound. When I'm watching the Brewers, I go, she loves it.
I don't make the call. I usually just do the flick.
She doesn't have the motor skills yet to do this with the fingers, but she definitely tries to say strike like me. She goes, Dick! And
I do.
You're out.
What's your go-to like strikeout? How do you call a strikeout?
Ooh, go-to strikeout. See, I'm a double punch guy, like a strike three. You gotta give this first one, bam, man. You come with the uppercut.
I do like a pantomime of starting a lawnmower. Yeah, it's like that. It's like, got him.
Okay, I'm with it. So I'm like a
just pull the cord. Got him.
We're both just yelling in our houses all year long, just random things.
This is all it is.
You know, I never think
Wednesdays
about that, man. But man, our significant others deal with a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Now I
need
feel
an
kind of bad
office.
for her.
Subscribe to our Patreon so we can get an office.
Please.
Help some brothers out.
Man.
Todd, you could subscribe for Bucks and Brewers and then vote for the Packers and Bears games.
Todd doesn't want that work. He doesn't want that work on a Packers-Bears game.
Here's the thing. Because, yes, we are anti-Bears because they're Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But you would be hard-pressed to find a show that would be as at least respectful as we would when it comes to the Bears.
It's different when I see you in real life, Todd, but he's right. I'm not going to speak for Bryant because that guy's always throwing strays, man. Man.
We have to beta test with Bryant before we let him live on a watch party.
Man. If he's anything like he texts, bro, he ain't invited.
Yeah, he's yeah, that's the thing is like I know, and we'll give credit to the Bears when it's due. Like the Darnell Wright pick last year, we all loved it. It was a great pick.
And, you know, before the last game, we were giving credit to Montez Sweat. He was playing good football going into that game. So,
yep. I mean, Jaquan Brisker's a really good safety.
Yep.
Like him as well.
They do have some talent. They're just – their organization – people pick on the Packers for their stock and all that stuff, but we truly are lucky to not have an owner. Some of the things that we go through, like – the Jordan Love sitting for 3 years, and before that, Rodgers sitting for 3 years. That shit's not happening if you have an owner. I'm telling you that right now. Because we're in a world of instant gratification. So,
yeah.
I mean, having a guy sit and being able to have the patience to draft and develop, that stuff only happens in Green Bay.
True.
Also, good job getting on base.
Yeah. Bryce Terang, some good eyes. I mean, some pitches that were easy to take that he had to jump out of the way of. But
I mean, Todd, how patient are people in Chicago going to be if they drafted a quarterback and he sits for a year? absolutely going to want him in there in year 2. You're not going to be able to send him for 2 years.
Right.
Imagine.
Well, I mean,
3 years.
listen. The Bears could have kept Fields, drafted Williams, and had Williams sit behind Fields for a year.
They could
But
have.
the thing is that Justin Fields is not Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre.
True, but there still is something to be said about letting a guy sit and learn. I mean,
Right.
and this is the
And-
dumbest rule in all sports. You know, the NBA not like taking away your rookie year if you don't play. Because I absolutely hate that Chet Holmgren is getting credit. You know how much he learned just from being around the team, being around those trainers, seeing how the day-to-day life of the NBA is.
NBA
He
coaches.
has this huge step on the real rookies.
Yeah. Yeah. Todd said it's starting day 1. Yeah.
You're starting day 1 in Chicago, absolutely, because you guys have never had a quarterback. And I'm
Listen,
not
I'll
saying that
say
to be rude,
this.
but
Let me say this: the last 3 quarterbacks that the Bears drafted in the first round. I mean, if you count Caleb Williams this year, it's going to be what, number 1, number 10, number 10.
wait, when was Trubisky was second or third,
Was-
second or third, because
Damn, I thought it was 10th. Maybe it's because he wore number 10.
they traded with the 49ers, and the 49ers took a fucking defensive lineman who doesn't play for him anymore. I forgot his name.
Forrest Buckner.
Nope, Solomon Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah, they made the dumbest trade. They traded. Oh, I think it was second overall. They drafted him because they were third.
Sheesh.
And the 49ers still got the guy they wanted. They wanted Thomas the whole time.
So the Bears' last 3, including this year's quarterbacks, would be 1, 10, 2.
Yep. See?
Whereas Jordan Love was 26 and Rodgers was 24.
Trubumsky.
Trubomsky.
He was, and he was carried in 18 with that defense because that defense was just so good.
See what Churio can do with two strikes on him. Throw him a fastball. I said in the beginning of the show, Churio didn't have any hits against fastballs so far this year. And I can guarantee you that if I can know that, Dylan Cease knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Churio took a big swing at that one. And again, Jake and I are going to advocate strongly for patience, but there's an opportunity for Jackson Churio to learn that when you have 2 strikes on you and you have a pitch that's right on the edge of the strike zone, you can't swing big. You got to swing short, choppy, and just foul some pitches off and live to the next pitch.
Yeah. Force him into a situation where he has to throw you a pitch you like, right?
Right. And worst case scenario, you're driving up their pitch count.
My dad always used to tell me when we would shorten up our swing and we'd get all nervous with 2 strikes, he would always be like, listen, you're holding the bat, you're in control. And that would always calm me down a little bit. Like, you're right. I can hit the ball with this thing.
That's what it's there for. Todd said if we didn't have the double doink in 2018, we might still have Trubisky as our quarterback. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, I mean, it's not like you got any better at quarterback.
Or worse.
I'm just gonna say. I mean, I feel bad for Fields. I feel like if he was put in the right situation, that guy might be a star. With how athletic he is, if he would have been developed correctly,
I'd love to see him. He said it's not good. I would love to see Justin Fields succeed in Pittsburgh.
God damn it!
I'd love to see him beat Russell Wilson out in week 3 and then take over and just ball out.
Wouldn't that be the funniest thing of all time?
It would be, because we love Justin Fields as a person.
Yeah. Son of a B.
All right. Fielder's choice. Ha-Sung Kim is a Gold Glover for a reason.
Yeah, he's got good hands.
Yeah. Good job by Oliver Dunn not even making it so they could make a play.
Come on.
Bro, what the hell?
You're not going to do that to my boy Sal. Sal knows the strike zone.
So I'm a little ahead. I'm a little ahead on MLB Game Day than where I am on Bally. But this is, dude, what?
He's called back-to-back.
What? What the? 1 and 2. Neither of these pitches are strikes, dude. Oh. It's not good. The Angel Hernandez story.
Well played.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, surprised you didn't call that one.
Yeah, it was only 11 inches above the strike zone.
It's close enough. I think I should ring
It's
him up.
only reason that was a ball is because Sal Frelick is short.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's a strike to Christian Yelich.
Bro! What is going on? How do you not call that one a strike, dude?
Okay, he
This
still
guy has
owes
no
Frelick
idea
one,
where
so
he-
I need another pitch that's on the corner. It's called a ball. Even this count up.
I mean, you want to say that you can't swing at that, but you never know with this guy. Hey, Biloxi's winning right now, bottom of the 6th.
Nice. Yeah, if there's a day where the Brewers are off, go to the Biloxi Shuckers website. You can listen to Biloxi Shuckers game. And Javik Blake makes the call on those. He's entertaining to listen to. I listened to some Shuckers. I listened actually to a doubleheader last Thursday when the Brewers got rained out against the Reds.
Yeah.
I listened to the Shuckers. They had a doubleheader that day, so I got to listen to 2 games.
I actually get MLB TV so I can get the minor league baseball for free because of Chantel's phone. She goes through T-Mobile.
Nice.
So I get that stuff for free. So I can watch the Shuckers whenever I want.
Nice. You get Javik on the TV broadcast too, or
I don't know. I've never checked it out. I should check it out pretty soon here.
do it on a commercial break.
Imagine Javik on the TV, bro. That'd be lit. Come on now.
I mean, he's the play-by-play broadcaster, so if they just have him doing the same call for radio and TV,
True.
man, I miss being in Biloxi already. I was there like 2.5 months ago.
What an at bat from Sal, dude.
That was a great at bat from Sal.
Wow. Even with the shit calls. Wow. That was impressive.
All right, it's driving up the pitch count, I guess. Oh, that might be it for Dylan Cease.
Yeah, you better bring somebody else in, bro. El Caballo's coming up, baby. Not the real El Caballo, but the fake one.
El Caballo 2. I
Bro.
suppose that would be El Caballo Dos. That was insensitive to say 2.
You SOB. Well played.
I caught it before you caught me.
El Caballo, dude. What a vibe. What a time to be alive. Please stop, Cat. Thank you.
Man, that's got to be terrifying to look at if you're a pitcher that you got William Contreras and Willie Adames coming up and they're just standing there talking to each other about how they're going to hit dingers off you.
Come on, Cease. Hang one, baby. Bro, can you fucking not? I don't want any more animals, dude. I'm sick and tired of animals. Come on, Contreras.
What's the pitch timer at for you?
I just had the first pitch.
Me too. So 0-1?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your pitch timer at?
11, 10, 9.
Oh, you're like 1 second ahead of me.
Fucking son of a...
Man, I want to know what the exit velocity on that was because that looked like it was hit hard.
That was a nice play by Profar.
Exit velocity on that was 104.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, can't really be mad. He hit the ball hard. That's all you can ask for. Gonna need a 5th inning stretch here. Well, I mean, the Brewers are still putting guys on base, which is obviously important. Put guys on base, eventually you're going to get guys in. And if we look at it, had this conversation, 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually that evens out. So that was 2 weeks ago that we looked at stats. The Brewers were at the time 7th in on base percentage and 13 in runs per game. So I want to look now. Brewers are number 2 in on base percentage.
Yep.
And then
What else you need? I got it right here.
runs per game.
Ooh, runs per game. Oh crap! Actually, I have that on my internet right now.
So I got the total, but not per game.
Runs per game right here. I go through team rankings.
That's exactly where I was going.
Runs per game. Well, why is it doing first? Oh, because I was looking that up.
I beat you to it. Brewers are number 2 in that as well.
I was looking up when I was looking up my innings thing. I have first, second, third, fourth through 9th.
So Brewers keep putting guys on base. They'll get the runs in. It's just not always going to be perfectly correlated.
Yeah.
Going to have days where they get guys on base but can't get them across. It's just going to happen. Nice play, Dick. Yeah, I mean, that's a single for sure. And we're looking at like a 4-2 game with runners on first and third.
Yeah. I mean, at 104, if that has curve into the corner, that could be 2 runs.
It's Tatis out there. I don't think it's getting by him. On the ground. In the air, maybe.
I mean, you're probably right, but
You know, tell me twice. This is the thing, though. Let's say the Brewers cut the lead to 4-2. Then you're looking at Willie Adames coming up to bat.
see.
Nice pitch.
Yeah, that was filth.
I want to know what
Damn, I want that cup for no reason.
the tumbler.
Yeah. Like I don't have a
Yes.
cupboard full of cups that I never use.
You should see my cabinet. It's just invaded. My wife has the entire cabinet full of cups.
Oh, trust me. I know what it looks like because mine looks the same. We have 4 cupboards for our stuff, our bowls and our plates and stuff. Winter has one entire one just for her cups. Because we keep her little bottles when she gets the little character bottles, you know?
Yeah.
So then I started telling her, I was like, dude, throw the bottle part away. Keep like 4 of those and just keep the little heads. You don't need to keep every fucking bottle with every head. That's too much. I'm going to start sleeping on those damn things. We're going to have so many of them.
So looking at the Brewers, 2 outs with runners in scoring position. Willie Adames has a .250 batting average. He is 1 for 4.
You got a chance there.
Yeah, and that's a super small sample size to try to make like a. This is what he would have done if he had gotten the chance.
Right. Come on, Obi. Nice job, Angel. Give us a call.
At least he's consistent on that.
That's close. I wouldn't have been mad if he wouldn't have called him out, but I understand why he did.
I think you went. The front of the top of the bat went past home plate.
Yeah, his whole body was turned. That's why I would have called him too. But there's
Yep.
no way you kept that fucker back with your body like that.
Oh man, my Brewers writers group chat is just roasting Angel Hernandez right now.
Call them again, bro. Oh no, now they're complaining. All right, it's gonna turn. The tide is turning, baby. The tide is turning.
This is my only response. This guy sucks.
Yep. Now
All
he's
right, time to ring him up on a bad pitch, Angel.
now
I'm swinging.
He definitely said something.
Look at known strikeout man Hobie Miller coming in and striking out the side.
Sure, right? Hey, we'll take it.
It's the Brewers' first true 1-2-3 inning. Or the Padres, I should say. The Brewers' first time getting one. I mean, the second inning was a walk, and then it ended in a double play, so they feel Wade Miley only faced the minimum that inning, but first true 1-2-3 inning. That is one thing that I track for our Wednesday shows. All right, got 4 more. So you got 12 more outs. Let's get it.
What do you got?
One guy said this guy behind the plate is really good. Definitely should be given high stakes games. Another guy said Angel Hernandez calling the game tonight, and then changed it to calling every game. And he has a gif of the little kid from Bird Box with their eyes covered. Oh man. That's funny. Brings it on himself though, and this is the thing with Angel Hernandez. It's like it's not just once in a while that he makes really bad calls.
Yeah.
It's like literally every single time he's behind the plate, there's like 6 pitches where it's like, what is this call?
The only thing he's consistent at is being bad at his job.
Velma crawling on the ground searching for her glasses.
That's a good one.
All right, Willie. Get on base so guys can drive you in again. All right. Willie is hacking.
Yep. He went up there swinging.
Yeah, I was hoping we could get Dylan Cease out after 5 innings, but he's still going.
Yeah.
Might go 6, but. All right, get some guys on base. Interesting name. That's a good pitch. Dylan Cease has a good slider. There's really no denying it.
I'll be honest with you. He's doing a great job changing
Eye level.
Yeah.
That's what he does. Like if you look at his charts, like the place that I would suggest to look, the place where Jake and I got a lot of our stats for the pregame show. Apparently he's changing Angel Hernandez's eye level because that was a strike that he just called the ball. Great place to look for resources for things like this is Baseball Savant. That's where Jake and I got a lot of our information for the pregame show. It was a hard hit ball, just right at Tatis. Baseball Savant, you can look at like zones, so you can see where pitchers throw their pitches most often. So like blue is where they throw it less, and then red is where they throw it like the most. And you can look and see Dylan Cease. He throws a lot of fastballs in the upper third of the strike zone, and then he throws a lot of sliders in the bottom right-hand corner, which would be in the inside corner for lefties or the outside corners for righties. And that's the, like Jake said, the changing the eye level of the hitter.
That website is very good. If you think you know a lot about baseball, that website is very good at quickly making you realize that you do not.
Baseball Savant will humble you.
No.
I told Jake, wait till he starts getting onto Fangraphs.
Man, I was looking at all these stats, and I'm like, all these goddamn numbers, man. There's so many numbers. And then it's like, you think you're in advanced stats, and you go down to the next one, it says advanced batting stats. I'm like, the hell was the last one? I thought that was the advanced section.
You know what BABIP stands for?
Advanced? What's that?
You know what BABIP stands for?
No.
No? What about X-WOBA?
I don't know what half of them stood for. I had to go down to the bottom of the thing and read the damn description.
Say X-WOBA would be expected weighted on base average. BABIP is batting average on balls in play.
Why do I need to know that?
Batting average on balls in play?
But like they'll do like
Attaboy Reese.
They just take it over the top, man. They go crazy, bro.
Hey, you want to know how good a guy is at finding grass or getting hits when they're putting the ball in play? Takes out walks and strikeouts, only gives you the balls in play.
That's fair.
That's the thing is like a book that I would recommend is Smart Baseball by Keith Lee. Keith Law. Sorry, not Keith Lee. Keith Lee is the guy that does food reviews on TikTok. Keith Law. He really goes into depth on a lot of baseball statistics, like a lot of baseball statistics, and kind of gives the rundown of, what's good, what's bad, what's broken, for baseball statistics.
Yeah.
And the thing with baseball is there is no one single number to tell you what a player's value is. Like WAR is probably as close as you get for wins above replacement. That's probably about as close as you get to a singular number. But then even that can be broken down into batting WAR and defensive WAR. Like there's so many statistics and there's not any one that's just going to tell you what the player's value is. And you look at a sport, especially baseball, when there are so many statistics, there's just so many statistics. There's just no way around it. And none of them can tell you every single thing about a player. There's just not a stat out there that's going to tell you every single thing. So yes, you can get into some crazy stuff. Like you can get into, like Wobacon.
Dude, seriously. I was going to say wool bacon.
Yeah, X-Wool Bacon. And that's, it's insane. Exit velocity is an easy one.
Meatball swing percent, meatball percent, whiff percent, swing percent, first pitch, edge percent, chase contact percent, chase percent. There's just the hell, man. Look at, and then you get down to the batted ball profile, man. There's weak, topped, under, flare burner, solid, sweet spot, barrel. Like, I thought the barrel was the sweet spot.
I mean, so I can throw this out there because, like, I know I've thought about it a lot. And, you know, this is something that if people are potentially interested in that we could actually look at doing is, like, I've considered trying to do a statistics, like a webinar type thing. And I know I really sarcastically did it last season or last week on the show, talking about some of the basketball stats for when people are talking out of pocket about guys like Pat Connaughton and his defense after the Bucks lost to the Knicks last Sunday, and like telling people where exactly you can find the matchups that tell you, you know, what teams shot against players defensively. And you can literally find out that Pat Connaughton is a good defender by finding out what teams shot against him in the game. So, like, you know, obviously not doing it from a snarky place, but doing an actual webinar on, you know, statistics. You know, there's obviously baseball, basketball, football, you know, where we can get all of our statistics, where we get statistics that we share things. So that's something we've thought about. And that's something that maybe we can review in the future. But do you want to know what Wobacon stands for?
Yeah.
So the X is for expected. The WOBA is weighted on base average, and then con is on contact. So it's the expected weighted on base average on contact.
Somebody sits at games and tracks that. That's their job.
I don't think MLB sits at games, but the MLB does track that.
They gotta have a statistician at every game.
Dude, I'm telling you, they probably have 1,000 statisticians at an office building in New York.
I can see that. If I was them, I'd want to sit next to front row Amy, though.
Call him on, Angel. No, he didn't go. Me and Rock said at the same time we're basically the same guy. Damn, Tatis is good.
Well, that's going to add to the top percentage.
Yeah, he's definitely topped that one. Let's see, what other funny stats do I like? Oh, what about weighted runs created plus WRC plus?
Yeah, I've seen that one before. Brewers got to wake the bats up here, man. Got to get out of here, wake the bats up.
Need someone to make like a diving play in the outfield or something.
Yeah, a little energy.
You get a double play first and then get that diving play in the outfield. Because that's when you can go for it. Get the bases empty. Then you can full send in the outfield. Sheesh. It's crazy that was even that close when he threw from his knees.
She just reminded me of an interesting question I came across yesterday. And I know you're not a golfer, but I got to ask, and I want to chat to comment as well. So watching the Masters last weekend, I always watch on Sunday because the Masters is like the granddaddy of them all for golf. And I just love how Augusta looks. And there was a question that came across a couple different platforms, and it was this. If you started on the green, you start on every
I know what you're
green.
going to ask, yeah.
You've seen this?
Go ahead.
You start on the green, and all you do is putt for the whole tournament. You're in the Masters, right? And everybody else has to play regular golf. Could you win the Masters? For me,
Uh,
hell no. No,
I feel like I could maintain par.
bro. There's not a chance in hell. There's not a chance in hell. I don't mean that disrespectfully. Those greens are insane. They make pro golfers look like idiots sometimes.
You don't think you could 4 or 5 putt?
Bro, I do not trust myself enough with a golf club.
I don't think I could win. Like, I'd like to say that I think I could win.
I'll tell you this. There would be times I'd 4 or 5 putt, but it'd be on a par 3. And those guys are getting 2s. So, honestly, I don't know if I'm making the cut.
I don't know what par is at the Masters, but I'm guessing it's probably somewhere around like 75.
I think it's like 74 or 75, yeah.
So you divide that by 18 holes. I mean, you're looking at like an average of 4 per hole.
Yeah. I mean, what was the cut this year? The cut was like +1 or +2, I think. So maybe I could probably make the cut. Actually,
You can make the cut. I'm not going to go so far as to say I could win.
There is no goddamn chance in hell am I winning. And that leads me to the next thing that I'm going to talk about. I saw this video. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods looked terrible the last 2 days of the Masters. His legs completely gave out on him. But he was with a couple dudes. I don't know if they're from Barstool or whatever, but they're just playing around the golf, and Tiger goes, "You guys want to have a driving challenge?" You seen this?
Yeah.
And the one dude gets up there, freaking smokes one. Sweet, right down the middle, man. And he's feeling good. Gets to the back, right? Tiger goes up there smiling at him like, "Hey, nice shot," And then it should have clicked in that guy's head like, "Oh, shit."
Right?
Right?
Like Tiger's smiling right now.
Tiger goes up, gets on his knees, absolutely annihilates a golf ball.
And the Brewers, like, just like unlucky too.
Yeah, this entire series so far, to be honest with you.
Man, so the Padres are first and second. Now another one off the leg of Peguero. Like, if it gets through, like, Terang's in a decent spot that he might be able to turn a double play there. And now it's going to be probably a single. Can Angel Hernandez just go away? Go away from my pitcher and my team. Just go away.
Yeah, having the training staff and your manager have to be out there twice for the same situation is not ideal.
To 2 different pitchers. Because this is the 3rd time they've been out there, but now it's for a second different pitcher.
True.
You were gone too when I was talking about Wade Miley. The pitch that hit him was 108 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, actually, I was just turning the corner when I heard you say that. That's wild. That's crazy, dude.
I wonder what that one was that just hit Peguero. That one was 103.5.
Bro, maybe Machado is doing it on purpose.
Oh, I told you.
It was Machado twice, bro.
I told you he was doing it on purpose.
Bro. Oh, my God. That's so funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. I don't want anybody to get hurt, but
it's funny because he's okay.
Bro. Oh, man.
Oh, shit. That is funny.
That's so funny. Oh, man. Bro, right down Broad Street. Jesus. Yeah, that sucks about Bukauskas, man.
Wow. Get out of my head. I was literally just going to say that. Because he's been pitching really, really well.
Come on.
Get there, Jackson. That's the right play, but I wouldn't have been mad if he dove for it.
Yeah. But technically speaking, that is the right play. Make him tag up so you have a chance to throw him out.
It's not even that. It's because the bases are loaded that's the right play. If there's a guy on first base, dive.
I agree.
But when the bases are loaded, if you don't get it and it bounces in front of you, it's a run. If you don't get it and it bounces past you, it's 3 runs.
Yeah.
Man. Wonder what the exit velocity on that one was. You want to guess?
1.
On that little flare?
Oh, not that one. Not that one. I thought we were talking about the hit by pitch.
No, that one was 103.5. Giving you the guess the exit velocity on that single that just happened.
72.
That was really, really close.
Is it?
71.1 was the exit velocity on that single.
Yeah, I'll take being close.
Man. But yet, William Contreras smokes a 104-mile-an-hour ball that gets picked by Profar. That one's going to fall in. Welcome to baseball.
You better have done the arms. Baseball.
Oh, man. It'd be like that sometimes.
It do be like that.
Brewers trivia answer, Jared Koenig. Well, here we go. You want to hear me roast somebody live on the show right now?
Yes.
Okay. So yesterday I posted the Murphy's Mashers graphic about the Brewers hitting home runs so far.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude just commented and said, Murphy is driving me just as nuts with how he moves the lineup around. I was hoping he wouldn't lean as much on analytics as Counsell did, but it looks like he is. Okay, so you didn't like how Craig Counsell managed. You don't like how Pat Murphy manages, even though it's different. You see the common denominator?
Yeah.
Maybe it's you, dude.
Yeah. It's 100% him, dude. Fuck.
Damn. It's close. Yeah, he's safe, barely. Good try.
So, 7th inning. San Diego is 6th in the majors and 7th inning scoring. Brewers are 16th. But in the 8th inning, the Brewers are 7th The Padres are 17th.
Hmm.
So we'll see if these averages mean anything or if it's just a bunch of numbers.
It's been a weird baseball game.
It is. As.
Well, thanks to Angel Hernandez behind the plate. Should have been the sign.
Right, bro? As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, we're in for a doozy.
He had a good pop time. This wasn't his best throw.
Two
Who's
hundred.
that? All right. Who's going to get some runs of their own?
All right, we got to get at least two here, guys. Let's get two, give ourselves a chance in the last couple here. Or we could have our own 6-run inning. That's a thing.
I am down. Notice what's happening here, though. So the Brewers are down 6-1, obviously. Had some things not go their way. Notice that Jake and I didn't freak out at all. Crazy concept, right?
You know what's crazy is to remember that the British Basketball League is coming up. I'm sorry. No. It's crazy to think that, like, there's 162 of these son of bitches, man. So, I mean, wow. And, you know, one of my favorite terms, we're not even close to the dog days, dude. Not even close to the dog days.
I mean, today is what, game 16?
Yeah. And what's a quarter of the season? 41, right? Or 40? Am I bad at math?
What?
Is a quarter of the season 40?
Dude, there's a way easier math to be done here. If we're at 16 games, multiply it by 10, that gives you 160, which is basically 162. So we are basically 10% of the season after today.
It's true. I was trying to do it in fourths. Don't know why, but I was.
So when this game ends, we will be 10% of the way through the season.
Nope, we should definitely freak out.
We should definitely do 90% of the freaking out in 10% of the season.
Yes. Okay. So
I mean, that's the thing, though, is that if you're going to be at 90% freak out at 10% and 15% and 20% and 25%, like, you realize like how much stress you're putting on yourself just by being upset about games?
for literally no reason. You are in control of your own emotions.
And I get being invested. Obviously, Jake and I are invested. Like, you look behind us, there's Amon Green football. There's Dwayne Wade. There's Super Bowl champion Packers. There's 2 Jonathan Taylor pictures up there. There's Giannis. There's Yelich. There's more Giannis and more Giannis and more Giannis. And Paul Molitor and Yelich and a Badger football helmet and Brandon Woodruff. Like, we're obviously invested. But like Jake just said, you are in control of your own emotions. And that's the thing, is like, A, you don't have to let it control your emotions, and B, you don't have to act like a child when you are letting something else control your emotions.
See, that's the part for me right there, is the how people react when people give pushback.
And there are definitely 2 different sets of people there. Like, there's people that let the games control their emotions. Like if the Packers lose, like, I get being bummed out. You know, obviously you want your teams to win, or say the Brewers aren't able to complete the comeback in this game and the Brewers lose, it'd be like, all right. But the thing with the Brewers is they get to go back and do it again tomorrow, whereas Packers, you have to wait a week. But even still, there's a difference between feeling bummed out because your team didn't win and going on Facebook and being like, this team fucking sucks. None of these guys should be playing Major League Baseball. They could only score 1 run. We should fire Pat Murphy. I can't believe this team was 10-3, another 10-6. Unacceptable.
You know what's gonna happen. Oh, it was all fool's gold in the beginning of the season. This is who they really are. That's what's
Yelich
gonna
can't
happen.
even stay on the field.
The $26 million man back on the IL.
Yeah.
Yeah, Churio's got to catch those fastballs. He's about to get a heavy dose of those zombies.
Number 2 prospect in baseball, my ass. Yeah. Chorio needs to see a lot of fastballs.
Oh, God. I feel like Hernandez is going to be in fast forward mode here.
Well, there you go. That was a good pitch. That was a really good slider. No more bat flick from Joey Weimer.
Yeah, he looks kind of weird standing up there. He looks uncomfortable how he's holding the bat.
Used to be worse. Good take.
Oh, wow. It's turning into a pretty good at bat for him.
All right. Tried to take it, fouled it off. Oop, now Sal's up.
That
Joey.
was a big league at bat.
Good work by Joey Weimer to get a single.
That was nice. All right.
Yeah, that was really good at bat.
Got some speed. We got another guy that gives some good at bats. This is a chance for us. I don't care.
There you go, attaboy Sal. Joey Weimer and Sal Frelick with back-to-back 2-out singles. It's Sal Frelick just going up and putting the ball in play. Like I said in the pregame, he's not going to hit for power, but he's going to put the ball in play. I bet his BABIP is super high.
His BABIP, bro. Don't do that. We're not doing that.
Gonna find it.
All right, come on.
His ex Wolbacon is 333.
You have never sounded more like a virgin than when you just said that sentence. Why did you do that? I said we're not doing that.
I haven't even found his BABIP yet. All I found was his ex Wolbacon.
I respect you too much to allow you to be out in public like this, Tyler.
I gotta go to Fangraphs to find his BABIP.
Find it. The people need to know. Come on, Contreras. Get a hold of one, buddy.
He's got a favorable count.
I'm at 2-0 right now.
I'm also at 2-0. Oh. His BABIP is 400. So his batting average on balls in play is 400. So it's
that is
good.
high.
I mean, that's good.
Oh, Zion 40 points exit in final minute of West playing game with apparent injury.
Yeesh.
All right. Yeah, you're scared of Contreras, boy. Come on, Contreras. I love that he wears the light blue batting gloves. That looks sick.
Inside.
I respect Contreras because I think he thought that he was going to get one over the plate. Which technically he did, but it was low.
Okay, you must be like 2 seconds ahead of me. But yes, that was a good pitch to take.
I'm at 3-1. Biloxi's up 3-1 in top of the ninth. Okay, good.
Got a boy, William. Oh, get on your horse, Sal. I was hoping Sal was going to be able to score. What a piece of hitting by William Contreras.
The streak to a dozen.
Yes, sir. Look at this. Look where this pitch is that he hit.
Wow.
That's a dude. That's
And you know
that's
what?
a fantastic piece of hitting by William Contreras. That's
He didn't
absolutely
try to
fantastic.
pull it. He just took that sucker to opposite field. He just let it ride.
That's seriously. That's a fantastic approach to take that pitch and hit that to the opposite field. That's perfect. That was a perfect at bat by William Contreras. Absolutely fantastic.
All right, Adonis. The moment is now, buddy. The moment is now.
Must be making a pitching change. Yeah, must be making a pitching change. Onto a commercial break. That was seriously though, that was a great at bat by William Contreras.
Oh God, the Lakers are winning.
Apparently they were up by 18 and now they're only up by 4.
Yeah, they're up 4 with 38 seconds left.
I think it's funny that the Lakers are getting more respect as far as the championship is concerned than the Bucks are.
Yeah, that's
like if that doesn't explain large market bias to you, then nothing else will.
Damn, looks like Zion was freaking hooping, man. 40, 11, and 5?
Sheesh.
Yeah, he was. It's 104, 102 now.
Yuko Matsui. Damn, I was really hoping Sal was going to be able to score on that one. The cool thing about FanGraphs is that it also gives you value. So it'll tell you based on like what players do as far as hitting, fielding, pitching, if that's what you're looking at. like what their salary amount, like what their dollar value was for a season. So that's what I look at with Christian Yelich last year. Like people be like, oh, he's still not at his MVP level. He's still not worth $26 million. Like, if you look at Christian Yelich's season last year, it was worth like approximately $33 million. So Christian Yelich had a really good year last year.
Bro, what the heck does he have in his hat?
That's the PitchCom device.
Oh, I'm used to them having it on their glove.
The pitchers have them in their hat because then there's like a speaker in there.
I've seen some of them have it on their glove where they like hit a thing.
Yeah, like that's what the catchers do to punch it in. So then, like, say that the Padres catcher doesn't speak Japanese, but Matsui only speaks Japanese.
Yeah.
They can have it where it'll be like, beep, 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 fastball, but it'll come out in a different language. All right, let's go, Willie. Oh, he wanted that one. Willie wants to tie the game, even though there's only 3 guys that can score. Sheesh. Yeah, Willie Adames is trying to hit grand slam with only 2 guys on base.
He did that last at bat too. Took some big hacks.
Yeah. He strike out on 3 pitches in his last at bat?
I think he did, yeah.
Oh, good old Bally. Give me a freeze right before the pitch. All right, he took a pitch. I didn't get to see the pitch that he took, but he took one. Good eye, good eye. Working it back to 2-2.
I'm at 1-2. The pitch he took was a splitter that was low.
Okay.
The first one.
The next pitch is eerily similar,
Right down the middle again.
but low.
Trying to get him to chase, huh?
Seems like it.
Dude, those are literally the same pitch.
Spoiler alert. Next pitch,
Splitter low. Literally the same pitch.
literally the same pitch.
Like, you know what? We didn't get him the first time.
He swung at 2 breaking balls. I'm going to throw him 3 straight split-fingered
We'll
fastballs
do
in
a
the
second
dirt.
one. And then we'll do a third one.
He'll never see it coming.
He did offer at that one a little bit though. Maybe he's just trying to make him throw another one. Maybe he'll throw a fourth.
He did not throw a 4th.
Oh. Well, that's sad. Damn it. You just missed that one. So we went splitter, fastball. Okay. Yeah, he's got the rally cap on.
So I'm a little bit ahead of Jake.
Oh, things are real. Oh, things just got really real.
Okay. I did a temporary pause. I did like a 5-second pause to see if I could get you to catch up with me a little bit. So bases are now loaded for Gary Sanchez, the guy that we brought here to hit left-handed pitchers for power.
Things are about to get real.
So this is the moment for Gary Sanchez. Fuck off, Angel Hernandez.
The hell's that?
Oh, man. Don't show me that side angle where that comes across at his shins. That should have been strike one. Thank you, Angel Hernandez.
Yikes.
I mean, it's bound to happen at some point that we get the Angel Hernandez experience.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, this sucks. Like, still not mad at the Brewers, but Angel Hernandez is awful.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Because now, it changes everything every time it happens. Like a pitcher is getting calls like that. Like a batter has to change their entire approach because now it's like, okay, he called that for a strike. What else is he going to call for a strike? Then you have to start swinging at pitches that you normally wouldn't swing at, and that puts you in a really bad spot as a hitter. So even independent of what balls and strikes are being called, you have to kind of adapt to it, based on what's being called balls and strikes. And Angel Hernandez has not only been calling pitches low strikes. He's called outside pitches strikes, inside pitches strikes, high pitches strikes. He's called bad strikes all over the zone. So it's not like guys can be like, okay, I only have to, widen my zone towards the bottom of the zone. It's now everybody's strike zone has extended by, 3 or 4 inches in every direction.
Yeah. And it's the low ones are really the shitty ones, in my opinion, because when a guy paints the corner low and away from you, you're not doing anything with that anyways. But now, if you go a couple more inches below that and maybe an inch more outside of that, what are you doing with that?
You know what's happening right now?
What?
Joey Weimer pinch hit in that inning, right?
Yeah.
Guess who's playing third base?
Frelick?
Sal Frelick's playing third base right now.
Oh, wow.
I just wanna go revisit a quick old post that I made the other day and just read some comments quick. Hope he makes a web jam over there too. So when Garrett Mitchell got moved to the 60-day injured list, I made a post on the show page that Joey Weimer has been called to the Brewers with Andre Monasterio going to AAA. We may be nearing a day where we get to see Sal Frelick at third base in a regular season game. One post, or one comment. There is no reason Sal will play third. Ortiz and Dunn have been manning third decently. Why would they need Sal there? I thought they would maybe during spring training he would be playing there, but I don't know now. The Frelick at third base project is a bad idea. Give Ortiz more playing time. My, how the turntables.
Any opportunity to say that, I'm down
Every
for.
time. What do? Do I do just the eye emoji? Or do I be well?
I'm gonna text you what emoji you put on there. You be ready for this because this is gonna be good. Hold on a sec. Gotta find her. Where is she? Where is she? Hold on. Where the hell is it? Did they get rid of it? Where's the hourglass emoji? Where the detectives? The detective emoji.
The detective emoji. I'll see if I have that one. You mean like the magnifying glass emoji?
Yeah, man. Dog, did iPhone get rid of it? Am I tripping?
I have 3 different detectives I can choose from.
Well, I have like an actual like guy, but I just wanted like the little yellow face guy.
I got it. I got you.
I do not have that anymore. I think iPhone got rid of that shit. They added this weird ass thing. I don't know what the hell that is.
I gotta go comment it from the show page though. Well. Look at me being right that Sal Frelick could end up playing third base in a game. That's a weird face. I'm not using that one.
Yeah, I know. What the heck?
Sal Frelick playing third base. Absolutely nailed it. Didn't even take 3 days. 2 days later, Sal Frelick playing third base. Nailed it. Totally nailed it. Why would Sal Frelick be playing third base? There's no reason why it would happen. It's happening. I don't know why I get so much joy out of being petty. But
so it's fun.
I think it's when people are so sure of themselves that something isn't possibly gonna happen, and it's like you have to just acknowledge the possibility that something can happen.
You have to be open minded.
I mean, we've talked about things too, like being a possibilist, like believing that things are possible.
Mm-hmm.
And we can apply it to obviously the Brewers. Like, it's possible that they come back. They could until their last out is gone. Like, the game's not over. People that were saying that the Bucks were done after their losing streak, even though they're literally the 3 seed going into the playoffs. Like, the playoffs haven't even started yet, and people are writing them off. The Packers last year being 2-5, and people being like, "Oh, Jordan Love's not the guy," and he is the guy. So, like, there's always something.
Mm.
But it's like all you have to do is acknowledge that there's an alternate outcome to what you're thinking can happen.
Right.
So you could say something like, I don't think Sal Frelick is going to be playing third base, but it's possible. All I said was that we could see Sal Frelick at third base in a game someday soon. And look at that. He's playing third base today.
If only for a couple innings, but it happened.
It has literally happened. Damn, Perkins hit that one hard too.
So the Brewers just hit everything hard that's an out, and the Padres just hit everything 40 miles an hour, and they score runs off it.
Baseball. I know it sucks when it happens to you. It's fun when it happens the other way around. But those are the ebbs and flows, the roller coaster. Gotta live with it. Because there will be days where it works the other way around.
Wow.
Good eye, Owen. I must be a couple pitches ahead of you again.
You are.
What's the count to Owen Miller for you?
1-1, 2-1.
Okay. I'm about to see the fifth pitch of that bat.
God, why is my phone so slow?
It's Bally. It's probably not your phone. It's probably Bally.
Probably.
One of these days when we can afford to get an office, we can watch the game together, and then we won't
Yeah.
have to worry about being out of sync.
Right. Damn it. Well, Brewers gonna have one more inning here.
Yep, let's get a Sal web gem at third base, and then a 5-run bottom of the ninth. Call it a day.
I'm with it.
Can I ask you a question?
What do you got?
Where will you be during the British Basketball League Championships?
It's a good question. I don't know.
I can tell you where I won't be.
Watching it?
I will not be watching the British Basketball League. All right, Yoel Piam's time. All right, let's go Piams. Bro, don't even give me that shit. There's no way you're going to complain about Angel Hernandez right now when you're up by 4 runs on the top of the ninth.
Who's doing it?
Go far. Bro, we have gotten way worse calls than you have.
Not lying.
I'm surprised we didn't see Bryce Wilson today. They were just talking on the broadcast, though, about the Brewers not having announced a starter for tomorrow yet.
Yeah.
I wonder... Oh, they did bring up that they have the day off on Thursday. Machado just fucking looked at one straight down the middle. I want to look at... Okay. Oh, he's on the 15-day. Damn. I was looking at Jacob Junis, but they put him on the 15-day injured list.
Yeah, they just did that like 3 days ago or 4 days ago, right? 4 days
That was
ago?
on April 6th, so not quite, but
Oh. Was that
still got 5 more days to go yet.
10 days ago?
5 more.
Well, they put them on there 10 days ago.
Right. So 10 down, 5 to go. So not going to be Jacob Junis tomorrow.
Freaking yikes, Machado. Holy crap. LA, the Angels are just bad luck, dude. Okay, so everybody's just going to watch them down the middle, I guess? I am just
It is essentially what it seems like it's going on, because I'm watching Ha-Sung Kim right now, and yes, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, the first pitch was right down the middle, the same exact pitch to Machado.
Well, the Cubs are losing 3-1 in the bottom of the third. The Pirates lost to the Mets again. So the Brewers aren't going to lose a game there, at least. The Cardinals are tied with the A's right now. And the Reds are tied with the Mariners right now. So there's your unofficial trip around the NL Central.
Cherry O'Neill Relic. Let's get it going.
Let's go, Brewers. Time to get
Come
some
on,
runs.
Jackson, they're going to throw you fastballs.
Yeah. Be ready for the fastball. How about Sal Frelick 2 for 3 with a walk? Two for 3 with a walk. Now his BABIP is up to 413.
There we go.
But, oh, yeah. His hit streak is extended now also. Didn't even think about that. Two hit streaks going. Love to see it. Alrighty. So when the game is over, stick around with us. We are going to have a post-game show. We'll be back in our quote-unquote virtual studios when the game is over. So we'll have a commercial break when the game is over. And then we'll be back for a quick post-game show. We'll just talk about some of the things that happened during the game. And then we'll get you out of here. And that'll be our final watch party, or final free watch party, I should say. So if you're interested in more things like this, except for different games, join our Patreon, and then you can pick the games that we do for May, or have a say.
Sure.
Majority rules.
Probably going to do a Bucks playoff game, I would assume.
Yep, that one's currently the top voted one.
Probably another Brewers game, I would assume.
We'll see. We gave the option for 2 Bucks playoff games, so obviously if something happens and if the Bucks, which yes is possible, if they get eliminated by then, obviously then we'll change to the next highest voted games. All right, Jackson. Jackson worked it full. Crunch time. Now I'm not going to apologize for doing that.
You're fine.
Down.
All right, Joey. All right, Joey, come on. Come on, kid. You just gotta get on. We need ducks on the pond.
It's a column for you on Weimer.
2-0.
Okay, me too.
I closed my app and I reopened it.
Nice.
See if that would work, and it did. So
Ooh, 3-0. Let's go, Weimer.
you are 100% taking, and he knows that. I do not care.
Ball 4. Oh, fucking Jesus. Bro. Like, I get that Weimer is tall.
Yeesh. That pitch was so high, it might have went over Sal Frelick's head.
Here we go. Here we go again. Now we have time while they're making a pitching change, but what? Like I said before, this is not an isolated incident. Pitch number 4 is not in the strike zone.
No, it's not.
That's barely touching the zone outside the strike zone. Like, oh my God, dude.
That's tough.
It's trash. That's what it is.
Could go with
Whatever.
that.
He's on base.
The British Basketball League, though.
I just saw an MLB Together commercial, so I didn't see the BBL.
I wish I wasn't.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I'm actually genuinely interested to hear your answer for this.
What's that?
Would you rather watch the British Basketball League or the WNBA?
WNBA.
Easily. I agree with you.
They just put a lot of all those chicks that got drafted yesterday are actually good. There's a lot of good chicks in there. That Cordoso chick from South Carolina, she's huge, but she's got game. She's got good footwork. I mean, as much as I hate Angel Reese, she was like the 8th or 9th pick or some shit like that. She's in the
Something
top
like that.
But she's on the same team. That chick from Stanford,
Cameron Brink. She went number 2.
she's
She
good.
blocks shots and hits threes. That's awesome.
Freaking Caitlin Clark, obviously. I don't know if I need to even say that. She's like,
I wonder where she got drafted.
she's like really fun to watch. I saw somebody saying something about that actually yesterday. But she's gonna struggle with the physicality. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Nobody's gonna get close enough.
And then like, the thing that I instantly thought of is, if she really is the girl version of Curry, right?
Franco said the Brewers lose with 2. Franco said, I want Brewers with 3. Do you think it's possible?
Did you bet on them? That's my first question.
So you're
Also-
thinking like Brewers plus 2 or Brewers plus 3?
Do not know.
Atta boy, Sal. Oh, he is so hot. Franco said, yeah, I bet on him. Well, Brewers plus
figured.
3 looks pretty guaranteed. Man, Sal looks really good. I do enjoy being petty. I'm not petty enough to go back and look at the people that said during the Mets series that Sal needs to be sent to AAA, but man, I should.
Honestly, it's a good time for that. You know the time frame.
I don't think the Brewers are playing low. I mean, they've had a couple, obviously some errors, but they've been unlucky too. Get on your horse, William. Not in time. There you go. There's your Brewers plus 3. All right.
We still have a
Brought it up.
chance. We still have a chance.
Yep, I brought it up.
All right.
I mean, the Brewers are
Adamas.
really good with runners in scoring position in 2 outs.
Adamas, you have to. We need to go that bad here, buddy. Come on.
So Contreras got the second now. Gets a force out away. So, I mean, that's a little bit better. Franco said, I mean, the Brewers have, or the Pod. Oh. He said, I mean, the Padres have good lineups, but the Brewers are playing better. That's fair. I still don't think the Brewers played poorly today. Obviously, you'd like to see them score more than 3 runs given the offensive output that they've had. But like I said, I don't think I'd go as far as to say they played low. But we are going to take a quick commercial break. Willie Adamas just missed one. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back in a couple of minutes, and we will have our post-game show.
See you soon.
See you in a couple of minutes. righty, we are back, and we are here for the post-game show. So we are back now for our post-game show. Now we can just get back into what we were talking with Franco. The Brewers and the Padres. Padres obviously having good lineups. We talked about that on the pregame show. Jake went into depth on what the Padres offense looks to do, and we can look at the Brewers offense as well. And again, we're 10% into the season, so we're at a pretty fairly small sample size yet. So with the Brewers offense, we've seen them score tons of runs, and now the last couple of days we've seen them score not as many runs. And unfortunately, that is part of the ebbs and flows. And with that also comes giving credit to a guy like Dylan Cease, who pitched really well today. He pitched 6 innings, gave up only just the 1 run. The Brewers were able to score 2 more runs after that, but obviously not enough to catch up to the 6 that San Diego scored, starting with that 4-0 lead. So with San Diego getting off to that lead, Jake, just top of the head, I mean, what stands out to you from the Brewers and Padres game 2?
Well, the thing that really stands out to me is just the second day in a row of just 1 inning that really kind of hurt us yesterday. Last night it was the 6th inning. They had a 6-run 6th inning, and that's kind of when the wheels fell off. A lot of bad luck. Catcher's interference, a lot of stuff that kind of just didn't go the Brewers' way. Yep. And again, that was something that happened today. A couple singles, an error, a ball off the leg of Wade Miley, which really kind of slowed him down and factored into his effectiveness into this ball game. I thought he would have been a really good matchup for them when I was diving into the numbers against the Padres. But yeah, just 1 inning really kind of killed the Brewers again. They weren't able to get the 1 or 2 hits that they needed to really kind of get the wheels turning here. But like you said, ebbs and flows, and, we move on to tomorrow, and it sucks. It was going to happen. It was going to happen. Please do not freak out. Mm-hmm. First series loss of the year. It's going to happen.
4-1-1.
So it is what it is. And hopefully we'll come back tomorrow and get a win.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And we'll talk about all the games tomorrow, obviously. I believe tomorrow is another 6:40 game, so we won't have game 3 on tomorrow's regular Wednesday show, but we will have the rest of the Baltimore series and, 1 game from the Reds? Yeah, because Thursday got rained out. So then we'll have the Baltimore series and the first 2 games of this series as well. You mentioned the ball hit off of Wade Miley. I mean, the ball got hit off of Wade Miley at 108 miles an hour. That's super hard to take off the knee at 58 feet away from you. And then obviously he had the ball that he had to hustle off the mound. He was kind of limping off the mound. For Wade Miley to be in his 2nd start back and then to have a ball hit right off of his knee or his upper shin in the 1st inning that he's pitching, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's all bone, man. There's no flesh there, and it just seems like whenever there's not supposed to be a spot on your body, that's, like the not so funny bone, right? That's the not so funny bone of the leg right there, getting hit in that upper shin knee area where it's just like, that hurt. Yeah, the home run of the Padres, like Franco said, was insane. That was absolutely ripped. A couple more feet to the left, and that's probably a foul ball, but that's the way it goes in baseball, man.
Yeah, and that's one of the draws that the Brewers actually have, is they're in a hitter's ballpark. That's for sure. Thank you for the kind comments on the watch party. I want to look at a few things. One of them, obviously, being William Contreras extending his hit streak to 12. The approach that he took to the pitch that he hit, that he extended his hitting streak on, absolutely going to be something that comes up on tomorrow's show when we talk about this game specifically. Tomorrow, Franco, is our regular Wednesday show. So we are live every single Wednesday, and we talk about the Bucks, the Brewers, and the Badgers football and basketball. And then Friday nights, we talk about the Packers, which after the draft, we're going to switch to Tuesday. So tomorrow is going to be our recap show. That's where we recap all of the games from previous Wednesday through Wednesday. Today is just our watch party that's separate. That's going to be our Patreon content going forward. This is our last free one. We do NBA too, and we do NFL. So Friday night we're going to be doing live mock drafts with Mike Spofford from Packers.com. Are the last handful of Fridays we've been doing our draft series where we're talking about prospects that are going to come into the NFL. And then, yes, we do college football and college basketball with the Badgers as well. So that's all on our Wednesday show. That's all still going to be the same. That's not going to be anything for Patreon or paid anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, the watch parties are going to be on Patreon. We don't have Twitch, but we have YouTube, so you can watch on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter are the three places that we live stream to. Yep, YouTube. Yep, catch us there on YouTube. Yeah. So jumping back into the Brewers, the other guy that needs to be brought up is Sal Frelick. Sal Frelick is on a tear right now. He had 5 plate appearances. He was on base 4 times today.
Yeah, he was a menace today. Played some third base. I don't know if you knew that, Tyler, but he played some third base today. Just like I said, he got on base a few times. We just needed a Contreras big-time hit or Adames big-time hit, and I think that would have opened the floodgates a little bit for the Brewers. But, we didn't get it, and that's okay. It happens. Franco, we will see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We go live at 4 p.m. Central Time on Wednesdays. So we'll see you there. We're going to cover the last week of Brewers games and Bucks games. We're going to have a Bucks playoff preview for you as well. So pay attention to that. There are other players on the team other than Giannis. I just want to preface that in case everybody forgot who Bobby Portis and Chris Middleton and Damian Lillard.
We'll get there for sure.
Just wanted to let you know. But the Brewers, this is just one of 62 where it just didn't all come together. Some light contact one way, some hard hit balls right at defenders the other way, and that's how it goes, man.
Yeah. So I want to pull up Sal Frelick because I want to see what his numbers have gone from to where they are now. So I wanted to pull him up specifically if I can. Trying to find his game logs. One other thing we have to talk about with today's game, we have to talk about Angel Hernandez.
Do we really have to, or is that like a?
I mean, we probably should.
I'll start. He's trash.
Oh man, I mean, I don't want to go through, this is what I don't want to do with Angel Hernandez. I don't want to go through and count the number of pitches that were way off. I really don't. I don't want to do that because there were so many.
We can honestly just wait for the umpire scorecard for tomorrow.
God, I don't want to look at that either.
I do.
All right, I wanted to find Sal's batting averages. Here we go. Okay. So this is probably right around the time. So after the series with the Mets, Sal Frelick was batting .077 after 3 games. And people were like, send him down to AAA, send him down to AAA. On April 6th, 4 days later, 3 games later, his batting average was up to 174. So it went up 97 points. Obviously, small sample size, he's getting there. Another 3 days later, his batting average was up to 324. And even after yesterday's game, this is before today's game, which he played extremely well, he was at 298. So this is one of those things where, again, we talk about the roller coaster. You got to ride it. Ups and downs. It's going to happen. Paul said, I'm here on YouTube. See you. We have to zoom out with baseball. And I know I said this probably 1,000 times last year with Brewers baseball season. Yep, tomorrow, same time. Or same hour. With baseball, you have to zoom out. You have to. Because, yes, like game to game, there's going to be ups and downs. But when you zoom it out, it looks like a much smoother ride. And that's the ride you have to ride, especially with baseball. Like, I get that there's going to be winning streaks, losing streaks. The Brewers are on a 3-game losing streak right now. However, when you look at the course of a 162-game season, a 3-game losing streak is going to look like a much smaller bump than the gigantic pothole that some people are going to make it seem like, because in the moment, it sucks. But the thing is that when you are in the losing streak, you don't have to let it control you, and it also doesn't mean that you're never going to go on a winning streak. And here's perfect example of a way that with our show being different and trying to do it from a more positive and optimistic point of view, that's that whole sentence analogy that I just threw out there. You could apply that to life. You could be going through a losing streak in life, and yeah, it might suck, but that doesn't mean that you're never going to go on a winning streak.
Got to keep grinding.
Sports fandom and life parallel right there. So there's definitely applications for being sports fans that you can use to life, that you can use to, kind of put things in perspective.
Yes, sir.
So other than that, we did get to see, like you said, Sal Frelick playing third base, Sal Frelick extending his hitting streak, William Contreras extending his hitting streak. We're going to talk about a little bit more of the ins and outs of the game. Jackson Chourio against fastballs is going to be one of those things that we talk about. Also, we're going to have the rest of the Padres games and the Orioles series and the quote-unquote finale against the Reds. It was supposed to be a 4-game series, only ended up being 3. And then we will have those 3 final Milwaukee Bucks games on tomorrow's show. We're probably going to spend a little bit less time on those because they're not as contextually as important as the upcoming playoff series with the Indiana Pacers. And then other than that, like we mentioned, we were talking to Franco just a little bit earlier, Friday night is going to be our live mock draft show. We're going to do a whole bunch of mock drafts, and none of them are going to be right because the NFL draft never goes the way that anybody thinks it's going to, but maybe we'll get some of the picks right, and we can flex some knowledge as well as inform people about some of the players that are coming up into the draft, because that's one of the reasons that we do so much draft coverage, is because it helps us know the league better. Even though players that we research and fall in love with that we wish would end up on the Packers and they end up on the Steelers or end up on the Jaguars or, wherever else they end up, that we still know these players and we can kind of talk about the league and be a little more knowledgeable about the league. And we'll share that in our live mock drafts. And then we'll also be live during day 1 and day 2 of the draft next Thursday and Friday evening with John from Lombardi Time Brews. And other than that, I will see you tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow.
All righty. See everybody else tomorrow, too. 4 o'clock.